Hello and welcome to Game Deck. Game Deck is an investigative CRPG where you take on the role of the detective solving crimes. And it's quite interesting because it's not about combat. It's actually very similar to one of my favourite games of recent times, Disco Elysium. And that's one of the reasons I'm interested, because I'm into this detective stuff. I'm into the solving cases, finding clues, speaking to people, and trying to deduce how things are going. What I will say is that this is the Steam Next Fest demo, and there are a few bits which are missing. First of all, you can see here in voiceover volume, we have absolutely no control over it. I assume this is because there's not a voiceover. While we're here, I'm going to show you controls, and you can see that there's no controls for like combat, there's nothing like that. It's just quite simple. Here's your interaction choice, here's a few buttons you can press, and you can speed up and slow down your character. As simple as that. The other thing which isn't quite here is some of the spelling and grammar is a little bit hit or miss, but essentially it's understandable and that's all we need. So I'm going to jump right in because I'm quite excited to get started. So let's go. So we are in the Low City, Relium. Rendon Digital Brain, a device shaped like a real brain and emulating all of its functions, including the ability to create new synaptic connections. Rendons have both a neural network and networks of all classes of glial cells contained in the organic brains. Rendon can be created on the basis of a psychoscan of a living person and is then able to store a psyche identical to that inhabiting the original brain, or psyche transferred from an original or organic brain, or it can be produced artificially from scratch and contain new, not existing before psyche. This is how diginets are created. So you can kind of upload your brain. Interesting. I wonder if that's going to be relevant. Hello, detective. Hello, game. Game Deck gives you the freedom to approach situations from multiple angles rather than forcing a single solution. You decide how to conduct the investigation. Remember that every decision has consequences and grants positive or negative effects. Determine how to be perceived by others by selecting traits which correspond to your gameplay style. Next, we'll show you the core mechanics of the game. Okay. Aspects. Aspects develop your character and reflect your experiences and choices in the game. They can be influenced by any of the following: attributes, personality skills, or traits, skills, origin, and knowledge. For the purpose of the demo, we've already picked the aspects for you. In the game's final version, you will acquire them through interaction and dialogue with NPCs. Okay, so they're just basically giving us a pre-made character because we're not going to interact with enough NPCs to actually see the system working. Fair enough. Professions. Aspects unlock professions, but be wary. Becoming a hacker can make life easier by exploiting bugs or programs. Still, it may antagonize some NPCs who know something more about your in-game actions and choices. Other professions that emphasize being empathic would be a better choice for players who want to increase their charisma with NPCs and encourage them to open up. Game Deck currently has over 30 unlockable professions. Again, for the purpose of the demo, we picked the path for you. So again, it's a system we can't fully explore within a short time frame, but that's okay. I don't know if I mentioned it yet, but the demo right at the very start told me that it is a singular case. So we have one case to solve. So a lot of the things that are going to carry on from case to case we're not going to see because, well, it's outside of the scope, which is, I assume, the professions and the aspects. Deduction. Aggregates all clues collected during your investigation in your current case, and helps you navigate towards a conclusion. The important thing is that there is no fail state of the matter. So there's no fail state in the case. Revelations you find can present moral dilemmas just like in real life. Okay, so this is going to be kind of all of the facts of the case. It's going to be, this person was shot. It was likely by this type of gun. There was blood on the path nearby, you know, that sort of thing. Yeah, so you can see here, they've got hypothesis being valid, Beacon shot him on the walkway, someone used the beacon to kill him, and then we can kind of work out things from there. Got it. Codex. Functions similarly to deduction, as it is also an archive. Unlike deduction, the Codex collects information between all the cases you have started and or solved. You can come back to the Codex at any time to get more data. So this is our info on the world. This is kind of everything that we might want to know about different things. Like, hey, if we have for the looks of it, what's this? Some kind of flying thing, or is this? Oh no, that's just, that looks like some kind of seat you're in. Anyway, let's assume it's like a like surgery suit. It's basically giving us all the information that we need on this in order to, you know, give us background on the case and make informed decisions. We did our best to serve you the best version of the game as possible, but due to this build's work in progress nature, you may encounter some bugs. If this happens, we would appreciate it if you would contact us. It's time to solve your first case. Good luck. And there we go, we're in game. Now this is very cool. I like the rain effect. It's very neat, and you've immediately got the feeling of what we've got going on here. So let's see what kind of person we are, because it said that we pre-made some stuff for us. So if we go into professions here, we can see that we have none of these aspects at the side, apart from one here, which I would assume by the symbol that this means that we're a little bit of an anarchist. Okay, but just a little bit, just a singular point in there. Also, what's interesting is if we have a look at each of these, you can see that there's different things that can go into each thing. So like this one, if we happen to have a lot of authority, we'd get more fist power. If we happen to be like more optimistic, we get more light bulb power. But essentially, all of these are built up. Well, if we go down to these last two, these aren't built up. These are kind of like a one or the other. This is a, you got a point or you didn't. So maybe this is if you take an anarchistic action of any kind, that is you're marked down. Although I'd assume that this one then means that like this is you're following the corporations, because this one's, I'm guessing, talking about being against the corporations from skimming it. So I'd assume that this one is kind of following the corporations, or at least not causing them problems. So what's our profession? Scalpel. You're skilled at communicating with med machines, stopping hemorrhaging, and stabilizing the wounded. You know your way around medical equipment and can recognize the symptoms of numerous life-threatening diseases and conditions. You don't panic when someone blacks out, and you know how to perform CPR. You're a paramedic. Okay. Sensory surgeon. You know the human body inside out. You know how young in and young out enzymes work. Med machines follow your every command. If you're dealing with someone who's hurt, they will survive. If you're able to assess the condition of someone's health, you're able to assess the condition of someone's health just by looking at them. A corpse keeps no secrets from you. Molecular scripter. Mole. You can subtly alter someone's mind using inception techniques. Excuse me? This is quite an escalation. You're a paramedic. You're a really good surgeon. You're able to go inside people's mind and change their thoughts. This is crazy. Knowing brain functions and understanding how AR devices scattered around Relium work, you have the power over your interlocutor's brain. This power applies only to people using glasses or lenses. So essentially, we're taking on the role of if we had to pick like a detective, we're kind of like Bones, right? We're someone more medically, or Dr. Watson, where somebody is going to go in there, we're going to examine the scene medically, and we're going to work from there. So, interesting. Codex, what have we got in here? Not available in the demo. Okay. And we have no deductions currently because we have discovered nothing. Do we have a button for highlighting things? I did go to the options earlier, and I don't believe that we do. We do not. Okay, so can I click on anything? Nope. Okay, so let's just walk. That is not where we're going. We're actually going over here. Captain, the case can't be that simple. But it is, Korn. The man was shot by a beacon. With all due respect, sir, the beacons don't make mistakes. Well, this one did. If that's true, do you realize what kind of position this puts us in? Okay, so a beacon shot this guy and it's not meant to. Hello. Cornelia, this man, this Ezra Onai was his name. Yes, Ezra Onai. He's dead. Nothing will change that. I understand, Captain. What you need to understand is that closing a case like this will reflect badly on our organization. That's neither your business nor responsibility, Sergeant Delia. The man was interrupted by a voice coming from the communicator. Okay, we got a new person. Captain, there's a doctor here. His name is Pax, and he wants to... What? We don't need that dipshit here. Sergeant Delia will return to this later. I'm coming, Rama. The Outranger looked at me angrily. We don't let civilians in. Move along, please. So I can say that I'm a game deck, so I guess game deck must be the detective. Okay. Ask about Urza, and then not available in a demo. So let's ask about Urza first. You mentioned a name. Ezra Onai. She looks at me concernedly. Did you know the deceased? Deny. I don't think we did. No. I cannot disclose any information to third parties. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm a game deck. What do I care? She paused and looked at me for a while. Hey, you're the one who got this kid out. Who was he? The son of some BWI big shot? I've heard good things about you. You can come in. Okay. Interesting. So I'm assuming that's meant to have happened before the demo. Maybe in the tutorial. Hello. The Outranger frantically flipped through the data on the Infolia. She didn't pay attention to me. Oh, it's you. What do you need? Let's ask about her name first. Your name is Cornelia Delia. Quite peculiar. What's it to you, pal? I didn't choose my name or my surname. It's from the Rejuvenation era. I guess it's fine, but I hate Cornelia. It was my grandma's name. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it. Okay, let's ask about her unit. You flew here with an entire unit. Is there anything I should know about it? Well, I wouldn't call us a unit yet. We still need to work some things out, and I'm not sure we ever will. So far, it's a group of mavericks. The drone operator is a spoiled kid in a crazy expensive gen skin. The captain struggles with his own demons, and then there's Tancred. Let's ask about the drone operator's gen skin. The drone operator is using an expensive gen skin, huh? Can Outrangers even use those? They can. It's actually safer that way, and yes, it's terribly expensive. I've never seen one like it before. I'll send you an article. Okay, let's inquire about the captain's demons. What did you mean when you said the captain struggles with his own demons? Let's keep this between you and me, but he's been acting really weird. Work used to be the most important thing for him, but now... it's just a hunch, but it seems as though he's struggling between his duty and emotions. No, not like that. He seems conflicted between service and family. I may be wrong. I'm not a telepath. Either way, something's eating him, and it's sad. Okay. Let's ask about Ezra's death. Ezra Onai's death. What's your hypothesis? Why? Did you hear the story the captain is trying to push down our throats? That beacon bullshit? Why do you think it's bullshit? Because it doesn't add up. And even if... I can't stress this enough. Even if it did, it would be damn harmful to us. Why would it be harmful? Who's responsible for the maintenance of these beacons? We are. If it turns out we've overlooked a glitch, then we're screwed. And why doesn't it add up? Well, for one, the beacon's logs are empty, and of course the report doesn't even mention this. Okay. Is the captain obstructing the investigation? The woman's face turned grey, and she made a quick hand gesture as if she was brushing dust off her armour. I didn't say anything of the sort. I'm sure the captain is acting in accordance with the applicable regulations. She repeats the gesture. Okay, so what do you think happened? He was shot, that's certain, but not by a beacon. A human did this. Okay, so she thinks a human did this. So we got a new clue. So let's check our codex. Do we have any codex right now? Oh, okay. We do embezzlements in the Outrangers. What's the story, honey? I have a hot little piece of gossip about the Toads. The Outrangers, I love it. And it's a romance. You're joking. A virtual one. No way. Oh yes, on top of that, some embezzlement. Tell me, I'm shaking. So this is Captain. Let's call him B. We don't want to deal with the court, slander suits and all that stuff. Right, so how about Bob? Do you like Bob? Bob is fine. Okay, so Bob has a lover. Outranger Bob found love. That's so romantic. This lover of his. Let's call him M. Martin. Martin is. So Martin is a Zoe net. So all he has left is his head. Oh, okay, so a ZoeNet must be someone who's just like a head in a jar of Futurama. Anyway, even less actually. Poor guy. Oh, less than a head? So like he's just kind of wired in, just a brain? Anyway, he had an accident. I can't tell you more or they'll fire me. That's fine, honey. As you can imagine, this head has to be cared for, nursed. It's a lot of work, basically a full-time job, plus it costs a fortune, right? And our captain got this money somehow. Was his salary not enough? According to estimates provided by various gossipers, the captain's outranger salary may not be sufficient to cope with such a burden. Plus, recently our Martin, was moved to a Netrium, minus the head. That's even more expensive. It's getting interesting, right? The captain guy's always had an impeccable reputation. He's a decorated and respected disciplinarian. Then suddenly, a lot of the Outranger's weaponry and some augmented armor disappeared from their storage. You know, this kind of equipment is really sought after by all kinds of mercenaries, and these people pay well. Maybe someone broke in. Maybe, but you see, the Netrium, poor Martin, the captain's son, wealth, and then such a coincidence. Oh, Shiva, I'd love to find out the truth. But without it, all we have left is gossip, right? Okay. So this is gossiping comments by Hannah Barbara and Jasmine Hoax. Okay. So we reckon that if this is about our captain and this is gossip about him, he has a lover who is now basically being kept alive in a Netrium, and it costs an awful lot of money, and he got it from somewhere, maybe by selling off equipment. Okay, interesting. So the Codex may have even more in it than I thought it does. It might not just be background information, it might be straight up like gossip and rumors, but things that aren't like straight deduction yet. But we could maybe use it to get something else. So we have nothing on Corporal Matan. Do we have anything else here? Oh, so this is gossip, and then we have news. A tragic accident happened today on the other side of the ABBs. A man has been bitten by an unidentified arthropod during a routine Outranger patrol. When the rescue team arrived, Dr. Samuel P. made the dramatic decision to decapitate the patient, who turned out to be a civilian. Unconfirmed sources claimed that the man, Michael S., didn't have the required pheromone implants that protected the Outrangers against mutated fauna. So what was he doing there in the first place? The same sources suggested the victim was closely related to Captain Barnaba B., the commander of the ill-fated patrol. The captain has initiated court proceedings regarding the decapitation of Michael S. The trespassing of the ABB by an unvaccinated civilian will be, to quote Harold Orion, the Outranger spokesman, investigated internally. So why was he there? He's probably there to see the captain. Stay tuned for sports and esports news. Don't go anywhere. Warsaw City morning news. Okay, cool. So that's what we've got in here. So we've only got things on characters. Do we have anything else in our codex? Is there any way to have a look at anything else in our codex? Ah, there we go. So we have the Virtulium. I have absolutely no idea what a Virtulium is. What do we have on Relium? So the end of the 22nd century. So these are just deep thoughts. Contemporary times. Professor, if you were to discuss the most important characteristics of our times and contemporary technology, what would you talk about? First of all, about the rebellion of nature. We're living in cities, cages that are separated from the aggressive ecosystem by ABB barriers. Without them, we would be doomed. That's the first component. What about the other ones? Anti-G technology is the only thing that lets the towers be so tall and walkways between them so dense. And of course, the fact that both freight and human transport is only done by air. What else? I'm not really sure. Perhaps Virtulia? Hundreds of thousands of games and hundreds of millions of players. It's like an escapism from the late 22nd century. A lot of people pretty much live online. Oh, okay, so you've got hostile world outside. They built these giant cities, but there's really nothing to do, so people have started living virtually. Interesting. So now I'm understanding the game's name Game Deck. It's like, I assume, because there's so many people in these games, that you're going to end up with game detectives or something like that, and that's why it's called Game Deck. I'm guessing that's the logic behind it, or like something in there. I don't know. Anyway, are you talking about ZoeNets? They have no choice, or at least they didn't until the first Morbriums were made. I'm talking about the players who seem to consciously choose a life online and neglect their existence in Relium. Is that all? All the major things, yes, I think so. And what historical events determine the current reality? Probably the ones no one remembers today, which are the rebellion of nature in the late 2070s, the start of the information era around the same time, which produced the ban on recorded information on material carriers, the development of the ABB barriers, the establishment of the Mutation Control Center, and the Outranger organization. This was all around the same time, right? Yes, the late 70s. Then we had the Great Temporal Crash of 2120. It was most likely in that year because, de facto, yes, though we're not quite certain as to the year because everyone was sick with TRID. Okay. Let us remind our viewers what that name is short for. Time Recognition Impairment Disease, caused by the RAC5 virus. The pandemic caused people to lose track of time and the ability to identify what was when. It led to chaos, rioting, millions of victims, and then came the era. Yes, the rejuvenation era. That's when everyone said, excuse my language, screw it all. We had a cultural rejuvenation. The most characteristic thing about those times was the first and last name revolution, driven by Genglish, Global English, which was on the rise at the time since they were living more in city countries than actual countries. The citizens of Earth decided to create new last names, new object names, and started to dress like they wanted to, and not dictated by current fashions. Today you can hear all about Miss Lilith Ernal in intersex commercials, or watch a reality show with Torkel Imor and Pauline Im. Before the rejuvenation era, the names Im or Amor didn't exist. But Professor, these are ancient events. The rejuvenation era was 80 years ago. Has nothing happened since then? Oh, no, not too much, though perhaps the accelerated technological development. What about the immigration to Gaia? We have the first terraformed planet in the Sigma Draconis system. Right, I forgot all about it. Forgot, Professor? I also forgot about the BLB technology. That was certainly a breakthrough. It makes people immortal. Only the richest people. Well, the upper middle class. Well, this is the reason why there are more demonstrations, especially in the lower layers of Polis. What about the Pygmalion technology, human creation? Now, it seems we're living in times so complex that there is no way to cover everything in a single conversation. Interesting backlore to this. So, around 80 years ago, everyone forgot how long everything took because everyone lost track of time. And I guess they lost track of time and then went into gaming? Okay, interesting. Organizations. So some stuff on the Outrangers that isn't in the demo. Okay, technologies. Morbriums, not available in the demo. Cool. So we have the gunshot hypothesis. So someone shot Ezra while he was hanging out around Yeti's coming. Okay, so he could shoot himself. Oh, and you can choose which one you think fits. Alright, it sounds horrible. Shooting yourself in the heart is the easiest way to commit suicide. I can think of other places that would be better. No one shot anyone. Okay. And you can basically choose to have or not have these deductions. And we don't have anything else right now. Although we know that we're going to get something talking about like a potential being shot. What was it, by a beacon? Yeah. Okay, so this is Yeti's coming. So what's over here? Okay, can you tell us what you're doing? I'm inspecting the MCC beacon. So you need to move your hands like this. Will you remember, Mac? Yeah, it's similar to opening a window. And how's the inspection going? The beacon's broken. Okay. The beacon looked like a random hookup after 16 hours in bed. Useless. Okay. Is that good, Martin? I could try a different approach for this junk. Leave it to the script writer, my dear. I'm sorry, but I can't. Eat it, dickhead. Again with this flying therapeutic shit. Better than your Holo movies, asshole. Alright, let's go, Mac. We'll come back when it calms down. Oh, so that actually gave us something. Oh, okay. I think it gave us home, which I don't really know what it is. Yeah, so it gave us this, but I don't know what that is. What's this thing? Damage. Oh, that's the damaged beacon. What's this? Sticky trash can. The garbage can looked disgusting. When I got closer to it, the stench hit my nostrils, which immediately made my throat swell. I had to suppress my gag reflex. Let's search it. Reach inside the can, trying not to touch its sticky edges. I failed. Just below the top layer, I reached some sticky liquid. Probably the same stuff that ran down the sides of the bin. Reach deeper. I plunged my hand in deeper, pushing through things I didn't want to picture. The tips of my fingers finally reached a warm metal object. Take it. I pulled out a metal box and wiped slime off. It was a Medibot battery that got me interested. Or that got me interested. So I got something else in here. So what did I get? I don't know what new thing I have in here. Okay. So I have a bunch of things I have no data for. Maybe that's something that's going to update something I haven't unlocked yet, like a hypothesis I don't have yet. Okay, hello. A virtual projection of a bird perched itself on the Mobrium's shoulder and stared at me with its huge black eyes while sharpening its claws. So this is new. So what's this? This is some kind of thing where maybe we have to talk to it in a certain way to get something out of it. Hey, moron, my name is Fabio because I'm fucking fabulous. Alright, not available in the demo. Right, I will leave you be. Beacon. The malfunctioning MCC beacon had been dragged down to the pavement and was clumsily swaying in the drift field. Let's check the technical name. Open the device logs. The beacon's technical name was 047 MCC 723627 Tank Jr. Gun registry. I opened up the window that monitored gun functions and started looking through the data. The last shot was registered the week before, aimed at a rat climbing up a nearby tower. The rodent was hit, fell off the wall, and did not return. The beacon's gun hadn't fired up once since then, so it's probably not the beacon then. Check the technical specifications. Long-range scanners, high-quality cameras and microphones, quantum noses capable of differentiating 4 trillion smells. A plasma gun with adjustable power and caliber, in a nutshell, a must-have in every household. Remove battery. These are very user-friendly devices. I studied the manual engraved on the armor, pressed some sensors, and waited for the panel to move aside. Watched the battery slide into my hands. Beacon began emergency system shutdown. I watched it turn itself off and walked away. I don't know why I did that, but I have now done it. So can I increase my walking speed? It seems to suggest... Yeah, okay, so now I'm running. What have we got here? Beowulf Transporter. Beowulf, the Outranger's vehicle. They must have arrived in it. Look through the window. Outrangers have their quirks. For one, they adore fresh air, so the windows in their vehicles are always half open. They also dislike circuitry, so I wasn't surprised to see an ignition slot. The key was missing though. The driver must have had it. I can reach into the trophy case. On the pilot seat I found a familiar box made of steel, a trophy case. Every kid knows what they look like. The window was slightly lowered, so I managed to reach into the cabin and feel the box with my hand. It was closed with a latch. Break it. As I tried to pry it open, as they did in an old horror movie, something clicked, the lights in the box lit up and the alarm went off. Unauthorized de-encapsulation attempt detected. Warning, impossible environmental contamination, content decontamination procedure initiated. The box hissed as if it was making a cocktail. The indicators lit up and I heard the muffled sound of an explosion coming from the inside. If there was any evidence inside, I must have destroyed it. Well, my bad, but it was my only option, to be fair. I see, so don't just click on everything. I was just going to do it until the game punished me for it. Another garbage can. It was fixed in plastic concrete as if saying, I'll stay here forever. Inspect it. It was filled with cheap game pill packages, disposable drug dispensers, and bottom shelf liquor bottles. Think about whether it's the need for instant gratification. People try to escape reality surrounding them, hence all the liquor, games, and drugs. We run from Relium because it hurts us, and we have neither strength nor patience for it. Anywhere is better than the here and now. When you choose to get high, the reality adapts to you, not the other way around. It's really something. Search it. I put my arm deep inside the sea of waste, some leftovers from overcooked dumplings stuck to my sleeve. Not only did I not find anything useful, but the wet dough left a greasy stain and a bad smell. Okay, well, again, not really a lead. So maybe it's trying to encourage you to go and speak to people first. Tourist terminal. Okay. The old tourist terminal looks ridiculous there. Where were these people supposed to go? To different polis? To Gaia? Let's check out the offer. I wonder what that piece of junk could offer people from the lowest layer of the polis. Welcome! Please note the tourist console belongs to the city Reistic Systems. The offer presented by this device is outdated. Feel free to use the holoscreen standing alongside it to get latest information, including on tourism. Check out the offer. Oh, we already did that. Okay, leave. What have we got here? Okay, so this kind of obvious knowledge, but since it scares some people, it's not officially mentioned. We're all connected by a network, the devices we use and things that surround us. Everything talks to each other, transmits information, nothing remains in a vacuum. Walktails, drones, even street lamps. So to make sure the administrators of this mess won't screw up and keep everything in check, 3 data encryption protocols have been created. In theory, this makes hacking devices more difficult, but not really. These protocols are derived from one language because everything is based on Qi-Tong, and pros discovered a simple thing. If you're using the resources of an object using Protocol A, you are putting a strain on systems of devices working in Protocol B. If you use B, you're putting a strain on C, and if you use C, you dump it on A. Amazing, but that's exactly how it works. I mean, it's not that simple because to be able to hack a specific device, you need to know its code name, which is a completely different matter. So without that knowledge, a aforementioned pro tip is pretty useless. However, it is useful to know the following. NPC protocol. Nita Camu protocol. It has a negative effect on the PPS protocol. KGS has a negative effect on NCP, and then PPS has a negative effect on the KGS. To sum up and give an example, if you want to hack a device running protocol NCP, you must hack the device running the protocol, yes? KGS, well done. Of course, as I stated above, until you choose what device you want to affect, it won't help you at all. Code names are a complex matter, but if you're smart, you'll find a way to work with what I just gave you. I have absolutely no idea what it was talking about, but that's okay. Dual mask therapy, not available in the demo. Fair enough. Anything else not available in the demo? Not there. Organizations? Not available in the demo. Relium? So gossip. Guess what, Betty? My friend Irma, you know her? She immigrated to Gaia. No kidding! Wasn't she afraid? Wait, it's like 19 light years from Earth. System Sigma Draconis. A lovely, mutation-free, brand new planet. God, please stop or I'll buy a ticket myself. Would you get on a transport ship with 50,000 people on board? I wouldn't. Then you won't go to Gaia, honey. It's the only kind of ship that flies there. But tell me, does she like it there? Everyone does. New prospects, new world. It's almost as if you're starting from scratch. That reminds me, there isn't a single polis there. There isn't? Then where do they live? In megacities. They're basically huge towers. You know, one tower, one city. They look very elegant. Sounds dreamy. Okay, so that's from a morning show? Alright. So is this going outside the area? Can I even go here? No. So I assume the only place I can go is over here for just now. Pax, is that you, you piece of shit? Fantastic. Last thing I need. Pax, you son of a bitch. Get out of here. Calm down, sir. I need to do a scan. Looks like that person has wings. Why not decapitate him while you're at it? You're good at that, aren't you? Ah. So Pax is the person who decapitated his, whatever he was to that person. Lover? Scan a corpse. Why the fuck would you do that? It's standard procedure. Yeah? What were your procedures when you were diagnosing Michael, you piece of shit? Where were your Metabots then? Leave the machine alone, man. Do you know how much it's worth? I don't care. Fucking care. Alright. Well, everyone's going their own way. I'm gonna follow this guy, because we know stuff about him. Who are you? You're a nobody. Okay, you. Stop. Stop where you are. Captain. A well-built man was loitering on the sidewalk and giving the doctor menacing looks. Okay, so we've got... I guess this is where we need to get everyone to interrogate him? Or do we need to get him to family or sir? Are these things we can unlock? I'm not entirely sure what the UI is meaning here, but okay. I'm going to introduce myself first of all. I think that's only fair. My name is... Wait. My name is Game Deck. I'm a Game Deck. What? Okay, I have no idea why the game's called Game Deck or why our name is Game Deck, but simultaneously it's also our profession. Okay. Just what we need. Game Deck. Who let you in? Gonna refer to the regulations. I'm a Game Deck. I have a right to be here. If you have any doubts, check them against the regulations. The man narrowed his eyes. Who doesn't love losing control of the situation? A wonderful feeling. let's ask about Ezra's death. How did Ezra die? However terrible it may sound, it seems that an MCC beacon mistook him for some kind of bat and fired at him. Can I have access to the drone? Do you now? And I need access to an anti-gravity shower and some good tea. And you know what, Game Deck? I won't get that either. Ezra's somebody's son too. See this body soaking on the sidewalk? He had parents, you know. What would you do? What would you say to his mother? That you'd like some good tea? I don't know what I'd say. Don't bother with guilt trips. She isn't here, is she? What's that say about her? Okay, so if we go towards family, we can break him that way. I see. Let's ask about his conflict with Pax, because then we can push into his family stuff. You and this doctor seem to be very conflicted. The man snorted, clenched his fist, and the metal parts of his glove creaked. You think so? Where did you get this from? Mention his argument, although we could also mention our sources. I heard your argument. Man nodded. Pax and I have history. It's not one with a happy ending. I'd rather he left. Let's ask about his history. So you and Pax, what happened? Man rubbed his eyebrows and sighed. It was a little over a year ago. Our unit was on patrol duty behind the ABB. My husband, Michael, was with us. There weren't many dangerous species in that area. Well, except for insects, they're everywhere. Michael. The man looked down and grunted. He swallowed and straightened. A gadfly bit his neck. Hypodermia bovis toxia. He got really swollen, so we quickly evacuated, then an ambulance arrived. And Pax was in it. He was arrogant and confident. The fool said it wasn't a gadfly, but a Brazilian wandering spider that lost its fucking pedipalp. Okay. We're gonna continue listening. Despite our protests, Pax ordered decapitation to save Michael's life. He lost his body because of that moron. Now he's an involuntary zoonet. Keeping his head alive costs a fortune. We can't afford to regenerate his body, it's too expensive. With one decision unsupported by any evidence, this prick turned our life into a nightmare. The man cleared his throat. Yes, so this is our history, my friend. Not a happy ending for me. Since well, we don't see a way out, well, never mind. Can I help? He tilted his head and sized me up. You? And how would you do that? I can come to an understanding with Pax because of my scalpel skills. I used to dabble in medicine. I think I could find common ground with your problem. Interesting, but no, you can't help me. Oh, so we moved into service. So we went down a different path. Oh no. He looked to the side and saw red neon light reflecting in his eyes. By the way, on a completely unrelated note, the Medibot hanging around, it pisses me off. I'd be over the moon if it finally broke down. I have no idea why I just said that. Why should Pax leave? Man frowned and shuffled his armored boots. He brings back some painful memories. Okay, let's go deal with the bot and then come back. Okay. Medibot's gone. I did it. Wait, where is it? I don't know what's going on there. I'm still looking for this. Alright, there's the bot. Are you Pax? You are. Hello. Goddamn asshole. The man cursed under his breath and repeatedly tried to pull out his smoke with trembling hands. The cigarette fell to the ground. Fuck. He glared at the soaking wet tobacco as if deliberating whether it was worth picking up. He shrugged and pulled out another cigarette. Fuck all of this. He noticed me once he lit up and inhaled deeply. Or he only noticed me once he lit up and inhaled deeply. He sent me a quizzical glance. So he doesn't have any bars, so I assume that we don't have anything we can unlock with him. Let's ask about his conflict with the captain first. Seems like you and the captain go way back. Yeah. Tell me about your story. What happened between you two? What's your story? He took a puff and exhaled through the nose. He ruined my career. It started over a year ago. I worked in the Warsaw City Central Hospital. I had a respectable position, 2nd degree specialization. We got a call to the ABB, a bite or a sting. I went there with a team. Landed right by the barrier. An outranger unit led by Basilides was scrambling. The victim was a civilian, the captain's partner, Mikhail Sosnovsky. He took a long drag, staring into the distance. When he finally exhaled, a pale blue cloud enveloped him. Keep listening. Something bit his neck. He went into shock. Airways were closing up. We called it firing up the engines for your trip to the other side. The Outrangers kept shouting it was a type of gadfly, Hypodermia bovis toxia. Typically all you need in such cases are serum and anti-shock kit and water. But something was off. A gadfly's bite leaves a swollen lump with 2 red patches around it. There was a lump, but not much redness. And I saw that lump start to blacken, as if necrosis had already started. I've only ever seen a wolf spider bite progress that fast. What puzzled me is that there was only 1 bite mark, and spiders leave 2. I knew I'd have to cut off his head if it had been a wolf spider or he'd die. Keep listening. Spiders sometimes lose their pedipalps, fending off wasps and such. I concluded it must have been a wolf spider cripple and made my choice. Keep listening. He took a puff and spoke in a whisper. I loaded this Mikhail guy into the ambulance. He literally lost his head before the captain's eyes. He survived, but Basilides sued me. I checked later and found that Sosnovsky had pheromone injections done to protect against insects, but not against arachnids. Let's ask about the injections. What injections are you talking about? He tried to hide his bewilderment. It's like a vaccine. Makes us exude pheromones to keep away the nasties behind the ABB. Everyone has a standard set done in childhood, but you have to have them all to go past the barriers. Didn't you learn that in school? His eyes narrowed as he puffed the cigarette as if trying to remember what he just said. The bite mark was destroyed by decapitation and the blood from his head machine washed, so there was no solid leads in the investigation. And eventually the court ruled there wasn't enough evidence, so it went cold. The stench remained, and I was let go, since I wagged my tongue a bit too much. I couldn't find any decent jobs anywhere. So you see, that is our story. He looked at the cigarette, butt smouldering between his fingers, and tossed it away. I saved his boyfriend. Was I right? I don't know. Okay. Let's offer assistance. I could help you with the screen problem. His shifty eyes looked up at me. Really? Would you do something to make the captain leave? Provoke him to hit you or something? Find something to discredit him? I'm going to reject right now. Actually, no, it's way out of my league. I understand. Tell me about Low City. What's it like working at the bottom of the polis? May sound dramatic, but I'd say like a knife to the throat. Shootouts happen here, so I need to patch up gang war victims. There's still lots of valuables down here to fight over. Maybe this man got caught in the crossfire. He sighed, exhaling a cloud of smoke. Okay, a new clue. Potentially a gang shootout? Let's ask about Ezra's death. I have a few questions and I wanted... Pax raised his hand. He took out a pack of real nicotine cigarettes out of his pocket. From another, he recovered a lighter engraved with Acelophius's cane. He lit up lazily and took a smoke in, tasting it. I'm burning to help. Sadly, my fire is being doused by a certain problem. A hideous toad is roaming around here, interrupting my work. We're not going to show contempt for the Outrangers. I'm going to ask about the toad. What toad are you talking about? That's what they call dumbasses in green exoskeletons around here. The biggest one of these clowns is making my job difficult. I won't have time to help you until you've sorted this out. Can I have access to the Medibot? He squinted and asked without taking the cigarette out of his mouth, and what do you need it for? I'm conducting an investigation. I could use this equipment. I could use some peace and quiet. I've got a problem with a toad here. Besides, it's against protocol. He laughed, something gurgled in his throat as he spoke the last word. Okay, so I maybe need someone else to deal with that. Let's have a look. So we have the beacon hypothesis now. So beacon fires plasma which doesn't leave blood. Okay. So Ezra was flying above Lower City walkways using an anti-G harness. He was carrying an Ilgen, which generates an image of membranous wings. An MCC beacon mistook him for a bat and shot him down. The beacon's logs didn't register a shot being fired, so that's the thing we discovered earlier. So this is not valid, because it didn't, unless somebody's cleared the logs. Okay, fair enough. Oh wait, back in there, we have a gunshot hypothesis. Bad neighborhood, so he could have been shot by a gang. Okay, fair enough. We still don't know if it was the cause of death, so we don't have any of that yet. Oh, I didn't mean to click on this. Leave. Sure, but we could use it if we wanted to. Hello, MacBoar. It was a gynoid, a humanoid resembling a woman. Green lips and green makeup. Hard to say if it was real or illusory. She looked like she was posing for a micro camera. I couldn't see the device, so I couldn't say for sure. Her mechanical face expressed seductive contemplation as he arched and curved her figure. Hello, who are you? Who are you anyway? Don't you know me? How embarrassing. MacBoar, actress and the first model to pose in a Morbrium. I thought my fame was... never mind. I'm getting ready for a role. We'll be reenacting the story of Tancred, one of the Greens. I hope I do well. Let's ask about the Outrangers. What do you think about the Outrangers? Interesting question. Until now I thought they were just nature-loving simpletons that hated technology. But get this, the famous troublemaker, Rama Matan of Sydneyland is one of them. That guy knows how to party. See for yourself. She blinked her metallic eyelid and sent me a link to the article. Are you a robot? I don't mean to offend you, but honestly I don't know if I'm talking to a robot or a woman using a Morbrium, so could you... Excuse me, I am a human. My brain is sitting in the belly of this beautiful Morbrium. But I understand your confusion. This one's a Purshell. They're made to order. It captures my real features. Cool, right? So your brain's inside there? That's weird. Do you know anything about Ezra's death? I'm here because of that guy's death. Do you know anything? No, Martin told me something cool was happening in Low City and that I could do research for my role, so he came. Poor guy was already dead. Alright. So Morbrium's not available in the demo. Anything else? Characters? So Rama Matan. Oh, okay, so that would link between things. Interesting. Scandal at the Matans. Gossip. Speaking of Australian millionaires, did you hear about the news about the Matans? I didn't. Tell me. Their youngest, you know him, Rama. A well-known mischief maker, that one. He's only young biologically, though. He got himself a BLB recently. Yes, I know, and not BLB, but a Morbrium. They stopped reproducing to protect themselves against losing their fortune. Anyway, picture this. They threw a party in the high sky sphere, the largest and highest of Sydneyland, obviously. And wholly owned by the Matans. God, how I'd love to marry one of them. Hang on, the party, right? Drones flying around, champagne for 3,000 credits a bottle, and the social creme de la creme, an opera singer. What was her name? Sophia Turnberg? Ah, yes, her. And she's on this hovering anti-G stage, and it's like a dream. The music, the applause, and everything. And you have frames made of actual gold flying around, displaying masterpieces of that painter. Shoot. What is it with me and names today? Emmanuel Rex? That's it. Art is a bit unsettling, right? It looks like reality is passing through each other. It was actually a charity auction. I think they raised money for extending the ABB barriers to areas belonging to Aborigines or something. The ocean flooded quite a lot of land there, you know. Right. Okay, now listen to this. One of the drones that poured champagne was actually controlled by Rama. I hear he's quite tech savvy, and it looked like the machine was just flying around pouring drinks, but it was taking photos and recording the unsuspecting guests. God! And the son of a gun put it all on the screens at one point. Suddenly the audience sees Miss Turnberg's terrible armpit wrinkle, because, you know, she's a natural and doesn't do any plastic surgery, with a caption that says, "Gross. No." And Mr. Rex's ear wrinkle, because artists often do. He wants to age with dignity, and his words, "You've got to be kidding me. The Matans are idiots. They know about as much as about art as Aborigines know about astronomy." He said that? Seriously? Seriously, but that's not all. Lady Hamilton, she was there too? Sure she was. That sneaky bastard Rami recorded her too. First he zoomed in on her nose hair, then showed what she had said. What do you think? When will that old fool realize that Taja is cheating on him? Wait, But Tasia is the wife of Rama's father, Romulus, right? And she's cheating on him? According to Lady Hamilton, she is. And these are just 3 of some 20 tasty bits which Rama treated his guests. He managed to turn everyone against each other. Then, Delia Matan, the family matriarch in charge of the Empire's assets and liabilities, told his grandson to... Wait, how did she put it? Well, the woman basically banished and disinherited him. She said that he had to spend 10 years living like a low-city commoner, deprived of luxuries and exposed to dangers and hardships, or else he'd lose all claims to the fortune, and she banished him from Australia. Oh man, and if he lasts 10 years, then he'll come back into her favour. But do you realise what 10 years without luxuries must mean to a dandy like him? Jokes from down under. Okay, interesting. So, this guy was from a very powerful family and is now temporarily living here. Martin 32, I love pierogies. Hello. The guy was skinny, wore massive glasses with a secondary active pair in his neck and some brightly glowing digital lenses in his eyes. He kept looking around impatiently as if looking for something beautiful, ugly, sensational, inspirational, that I don't know. Yes, I'm that famous director. No, I don't have a role for you. Though visually you'd fit right in. Only important stuff, please. I'm busy. I'm going to ask about the Outranger and the Morbrium. This big green Morbrium and the Outranger inside it. Can you tell me something about her? Tancred, fascinating story. It could make for a great horror movie. We're getting ready to film a feature on her, that's why we're here. Problem is, she has a therapeutic programs that activate upon feeling strong emotions, then she becomes hard to talk to. How long have you been here? Well, a while. Still, it should have come sooner. They say some guy fell from the sky. That's what I heard, at least. That's why we're here, actually. Guy falls from the sky. Rangers arrive. Mac and I receive word and come too. Small talk about art and weather. Darkness, rain, the ruins of Warsaw are behind us. Great setting for a horror movie, right? Damn right. Don't have to change anything, really. It's always been that way. The story matters more than the scenery. Effects, animation, makeup. Could be easy to get that stuff done for so long. The damn AIs could handle it. We have a shortage of stories that don't tickle some vain instinct, but move you to the core. Dialogues, characters, that's what I'm after. Okay, interesting. So we got another Codex one here. Some gossip on this guy. The first question for our guest, the controversial director known as Martin32. Forgive me, I cannot pronounce his full name. Martin? Yes? Are you ready for a flurry of questions? Always. Is it true you like pierogi? I love pierogi. What's your best film? I will unleash the second media war. The worst one? That one is yet to be made. What do you love? Morbriums. What do you hate? AI. It's despicable when inanimate objects attempt to imitate people. You've never made a horror movie with digital actors? Ganesha forbid. What do you strive for? Perfection. Your biggest blunder? Let me think. I've got it. Nahum Stein, the lead actor in Stars, came on set in a suit whose middle layer would have non-Newton liquid, which is a kind of liquid that solidifies on impact. That day we're going to shoot a scene where Jessica Ban punches him in the stomach. She's a powerful woman. So what happened? The night before, Nahum was showing off in a bar wearing the exact same suit that he had borrowed from Jasmine, our costume designer, without my knowledge and very secretively. He was so wasted he couldn't see the leaks from some of his stomach pockets. I think I know where this is going. We started shooting, Jessica hit him and then he bent over and spat blood. The crew was panic-struck. A doctor with a Medibot were on set. We always have one when we shoot violent scenes. The robot put up some pipe in his mouth and stitched something up. In the end, the scene looked so good it was actually better off than all of the stars and stars. In fact, it's in the extras and we made more from that than the horror movie. So it wasn't really a blunder. No, not really. Anyway, I realized then how fragile life was. Sounds like he's gonna murder someone if I'm honest with you, but that's fine. What have we got over here? An advertising drone. I walked up to the side of the sidewalk, to the edge of the sidewalk. It was a good place for the ad drone to spot me. Bored with your existence, not getting enough sunlight in the lower levels? Treat yourself to a trip to the Ecologos Bioestates and enjoy the warm sunshine for an entire day. The bioestates are located within ABBs. Eat natural meals, touch natural materials, discover exotic art, flora. The Ecologos Bioestates are not responsible for any complications caused by intense contact with nature. Afraid? Learn more on our website. Let's gain access to its resources. Well, drone, I need to use the resources. I am owned by Avert, Pole X. I cannot give subsystem access to unauthorized persons. Would you like to gain access to advertising drones and immerse yourself in the world of marketing? It's time for a change. Take a course prepared by the Wei Dao Social Happiness Controllers and reshape your life. The drone stopped talking and displayed a message. The Wei Dao Corporation does not guarantee a refund in the event of a rejected application. Due to inadequate physical predispositions or past conflicts with the law, please read the terms and conditions on our website. Okay, cool. I'm gonna analyze. It's a standard advertising drone. Even though operated in the lowest levels of Warsaw City, it was in a good shape. In between ads, I noticed the face of a Diginet I once met. Tune into the Diginet. Hey, I know you're watching me. Greetings, Game Deck. I'm actually watching someone else. Who are you watching? If you're not following me, then who? That handsome outranger. Ever since I regained my freedom, I like to watch different men. Honey Bunny is sweet and all, but so are others. You see what happened here? I mean, do you know how that guy died? You know I don't perceive the world in the same way others do. I don't really understand it. It's unclear to me what happened here. As if the man fell from the sky, or no, more like, I can't explain. The taste of cherries, the greatness of dying, I don't know. Can I get access to the drone? Anything for you, Game Deck. Here you go. Bombard Tancred with information? Sure. Open the list of available ads and pick the sequence that might alter Tancred's emotional state. Use a positive set. I confirmed the ads and directed the signal straight to Tancred's brain. Leave? I don't know what I did, but I did it. That's Lieutenant Vera. So is this Tancred here, or surveillance drone? Hello. The police use drones such as these. They scan dangerous and suspicious places. They're also able to detect mental constellation characteristics of sociopaths and potential murderers. Alright. So this is Matan. Oh, we heard about him. Hello. We'll speak to the captain first. Leave. Hello. He winced and waved at me to stop as I approached. Babe, I get that people from around here are... Oh. Babe, I get that people from around here are poor, but make sure you shower before coming close to me. Wow, he's just rude. Okay, never mind. Hello. Inquire about packs? That doesn't lead anywhere. Okay. So I guess I have to choose. I'm gonna side with this guy for just now. I haven't seen Tancred yet, have I? Unless, are you Tancred? No, you're Brute. Right, you're someone different. Yeah. New data. What new data could I pop? Oh, right, something on Sergeant Tancred? Maybe that is Tancred? Tancred Brute, maybe? Yeah, it could be. I guess that makes sense. You MTC boy. Okay. Mutation Control Center Beacon, what a zeitgeist. An AI-equipped guard that protects us from mutated plants and animals, not available in the demo. Okay, cool. So I think I'm on the Medibot. I'm just going to use it without this guy's permission. Medibot, the pillar of the healthcare service. They say doctors became obsolete because these things could easily replace humans. Inspect it. The device had 2 multi-joint limbs, but clearly had some more manipulators up its sleeve as well. Information panels kept flashing on the lid. It was clunky old model, sturdy and trustworthy. Take control. I took out my Walktel, connected it to the device, and transferred my license number. The Medibot blinked and confirmed that I was in control. Take control. Does that mean it's going to follow me? It does. Well, I mean, what can I do with it now? And make it disinfect me? Check the latest scans? The dialogue box told me the last patient to be scanned by the Medibot was Sir Dr. Samuel Pax. I clicked the button that displayed the report. All I needed was a cursory glance. The chest X-ray revealed a tumor situated in the primary bronchi, along with multiple metastasis. Latin written diagnosis didn't leave any hope. Stem cell cancer even gave an estimated time he had left: 6 months, 12 days, and 9 hours. Okay. I can charge the battery using the beacon's power cell. Install the found battery. What else have I got? Leave. Let's leave for just now. Oh, I see, and it only has one more thing left I could do with it, but I have a battery now. Hello. Captain. Can I have access to the body? I have more important things to worry about, dear. I'm gonna remind him of his duties. Captain, a man has died. It's both our responsibility to get to the truth. We must find the cause of his death no matter the consequences. Don't try to challenge my sense of responsibility, girl. Don't. Us, we unlock service. Alright, so what does that do for us? Hello? Can we use this somehow? Ask whether he's sabotaging the investigation. I'm sorry, Captain, but shouldn't the Outrangers try to divert suspicion away from the beacon? What are you implying, girl? Accuse. I think you're deliberately taking this case in a strange direction. This is a serious accusation. You shouldn't make those without strong proof, and I assume you don't have any, do you? Are you being blackmailed? Someone's blackmailing you. That's the only rational solution. He gave me a harsh look and opened his mouth to say something, but then he stopped, grunted, and rubbed his eyes as if deflated. By all mutations, I'm so tired. Who's blackmailing you? Who's doing it? Why do they want to blame the Outrangers? Leave it, girl. I'm not telling you anything. Okay, so that is true. Inquire about Pax. Pax is dying. Did you know that Dr. Pax is terminally ill? So, there is some justice in the world. When he sees what the death of a body really means, he'll understand how fragile life is afterward. There'll be no then for him. He can't afford it. He's truly going to die. The man's face froze. He stared at me and blinked as if he were shuffling folders in his brain. Hell, girl. Alright. I forgive him his sins. He rubbed his eyes and smiled sadly. I forgive him anything. We're square. Us too, Game Deck. Can I get access to the body? Alright, I'll send word to my people. Nice, I did it. Okay, so now I have access to the body. I don't have access to this yet, which is weird. Okay, can I go around and speak to the guy again and say, hey, I stole your robot? Hello. I stole your robot, mate. Are you dying? Not at the moment. I'll fire up the engines in about 3 months and I'll fly away. Too bad Gaia isn't the destination. He looked at the Medibot and exhaled smoke, merely stopping himself from coughing, assuming the diagnosis is correct. He coughed, but kept the smoke in his mouth. The cigarette paper started soaking with red. He grabbed the wet bud and looked at it with disgust. He tossed it into the abyss below and lit up another. It probably is. So, what's wrong with you? Stem cell cancer. No cure, believe me, I'm a doctor. Do you have connections? But you're a doctor, you could send your friends. I'm sure they would. He stopped me with a gesture. A BLB is the only thing that could help me. Can't afford it. Too many debts and I'm tired. No more of this. Hello? That's it. Okay, so he doesn't want to speak to us anymore. So I guess we finished whatever we could do with him for just now. I'm seeing... Oh, wait. What else have we got in here? We had something that's only available for the demo. I don't know what it is. Is it this one? I don't know what it was, but I've got rid of it now and that's what matters. Okay, so I have this. You know what? I'm going to put the... where is it? Charge the batteries in the beacon's power cell. Nice. Look at that. That's fantastic. I could have just installed it though. Give up and toss the bat. Yeah, don't do whatever I was doing. Leave. Oh, I could have it disinfect me and then I can speak to the rich person, right? Let's try that. I don't know. Maybe it works. Disinfect me. Getting disinfected after some dumpster diving felt like a good idea. I gave the command. The Medibot aimed its flaps at me and sprayed me down with aerosol. As if by magic, the mist removed any dirt from my skin and clothes. A moment later, it smelled like a sterile doctor's office. Leave. Hello. The drone operator browsed some windows I couldn't see and kept glancing at his walktel. I could see boredom in his every move. Buddy, you have no idea what kind of shithole I'm in right now. He was talking to someone on the line. His accent was strange. I believe his accent was Australian, but I'm not doing an Australian accent, but I believe that's what it was meant to be. We'll wait. And what's up with Martinez? Well, you guys are making bank. Of course I want to hang out, but you know how it is, I told you. We'll wait. Yeah, 5 more years of this garbage. I can't stand this shit, but when I'm done, I'm telling you, it's gonna be one hell of a party. Exactly, my man. And you? He looked over and exaggeratedly rolled his eyes. Wait, I got some native who wants something. Maybe a smoke? Hell, hey, yeah, I'll deal with it. Take care, Han. Well, I'm all ears. What do you want? This time he was definitely addressing me. Hello, who are you? I know nothing about you. Tell me something. Typically say, what's your story? Well, it's funny, sad, and a bit messed up. I think that's normal for this age. Compliment his appearance. He'll like that. Honestly, you look more like a model than an outranger. First thing I noticed. That's why I'm asking. I'm not cared for this shit, right? Okay, I was going to tell you to get lost, but if you're that perceptive, I'll talk. We typically say, what's your story? We already did that. Yeah? At this age, you don't look old. If I still looked old after the fucking money I'd spent, I'd be a bit pissed. What's your age? Okay then. I have a rather forward question. How old are you? If you don't mind, I'll just smoothly evade that questions. Yeah, so, what do you want? Okay, I guess we lost any other questions. Tell me about Ezra's death. I can say the name or the deceased. Yeah, well, he wants a name because he doesn't think of himself as a cop. He thinks of himself as, you know, just a guy who's here. So he's not going to like the deceased because that's too formal. That man, Ezra Onai. The operator jumped and shifted his gaze away from the screens. I couldn't see. Ezra Onai? Oh, he knows him. Hold up, Paige. You're telling me we're at the crime scene of Ezra fucking Onai? Sorry, pal, but I literally love that guy. Define loved? Loved. Were you guys somehow involved? Come on, I never even met the guy. But he really was the man, tough as nails. Too bad he had a future ahead of him. Alright, give me access to the drone. I need your drone. I need typical bullshit. I am the most important. Nobody else matters. That's why you're all stuck in this swamp, preoccupied with your pathetic existence. You never stop to think about other people. To ask what someone who's, I might add, better than you might need. No worries. I don't blame you. I'm not judging you. But some people are just born better, others worse. What did you want exactly? What do you need? Alright, what do you need? He looked up as if he was daydreaming. A mud bath, a drink made from comet ice, not the shit you people call water. A butler, at least one, but that's nothing. What I really miss is the beauty, the harmony, and here. He looked around inside. You get it. Unless you've gotten used to it, you should see the Sydneyland. You should see Sydneyland sometime. Then you witness true beauty. Okay. So I need to get him beauty of some kind? Maybe this lady over here could help us? Hello? No. Okay, you? No. Okay. That was the wrong path, I guess, to go down. Hello, Lieutenant Vera. What have you got? What is it? Tell me about Tancred. You tell me something about the girl in the large mobrium? Tancred Brute? Oh, so that was Sergeant Brute. Okay. Ah, the infamous Tancred. She rescued some rangers on one of the patrols behind the ABB. She paid an awful price, but now she's a legend. She was only put into the mobrium recently. She shouldn't be on duty yet, but they're making a holo movie about her. Plus, she wanted to be. She has therapeutic programs installed that sort of take over communication if she becomes too stressed or relaxed. Supposedly, it's to hasten her recovery. Okay. Let's ask about Ezra's death in general. The man lying dead here, Ezra Onai. How do you think he died? I know what it looked like. Bat wings, the Undercity below us. The captain was here first and took the ITG harness off him. That's what it claims, at least. I didn't see it, but trust me, it's not the beacon that killed him. It must have been a very weird incident. I don't know. I can't make anything of it. This death must be a damn misunderstanding. And the sight is just inhuman. It's disgraceful that he's still here on the wet walkway like a bag of human bones. Okay. Ask about the harness. The victim supposedly had an anti-G harness on. Where is it? They say the captain took it off and secured it, but I didn't see that happen. It's probably in the Beowulf. It was probably in the thing I destroyed. Beacons? How did beacons work in general? They scan their surroundings, look for a plant and animal species. If a beast comes close, they shoot. These here have a special task. If anything tries to fly or crawl up to the lowest inhabited walkway, beacons have to shoot it down while adhering to all safety measures. People live here. There are two dangerous species around these parts. The toxic fruit bat, seriously big bastard, and the Rattus mordax venenatus rat. The rats got clever and stopped trying to climb up. The bats are dumber and charge sometimes. So the beacons shoot one down occasionally. They fire plasma. That's why there isn't much blood. Blood is no good. Trust me, it attracts a shit load of trouble outside the ABB, and honestly, it ruins the view here. So you get it. Beacon reliability? Maybe the beacon misfired? Does that happen? No, they use advanced artificial intelligence, way smarter than humans. A person can make a mistake, but a beacon, no chance. Believe me, I designed them myself. Oh, okay. Good to know. He designed them. That's kind of crazy. Oh, and then we got some dark web information on Matan. Rama Matan, age 27, gender MK. K? Okay. Function, drone operator. Biophysical data, no allergies, physiological and informational metabolism in the 80th percentile, correct body response to pheromone implants, biographical data, born and raised in Sydneyland, heir to the Matan fortune, biodevice in Archiflora sector, see biostates, personality traits, bacteriophobe with mild organophobia, a clear aversion to lower social strata, evident dislike for his grandmother, his father's mother, Delia Matan, reason unknown, probably because she cast him out. Notes, admitted to the outrage, or maybe he was mad and that's why he did the thing that then cast her out. Anyway. Notes, admitted to the Outrangers only after strong persuasion from his father, who contributed a considerable sum to the organization's budget. Until Rama accepts working in a formation, his active participation in more dangerous operations outside the ABBs is inadvisable. Extended psychological profile, insufficient permissions. Fair enough. More characters? What one have we found out something about? Probably the guy who's I can't find anything out about in a demo. Accident hypothesis. Okay. You know what? We might as well do something in here. Beacon? We know that this is nonsense. Yeah, too many facts contradict it, right? Yeah. So he says it couldn't happen. I haven't checked the body yet, to be fair. I should check the body. The Outranger sized up the Medibot that hovered next to me, then glared at me. Another sawbones. Examine the body. A dead body is a terrible sight. It's a memory of someone who once lived. A hideous, untrue, fake memory. The guy's face, as if carved from plastic, was pressed against the wet pavement like a strange, silent object. The gaze of his open eyes was angled unnaturally. Nobody's face should lie on the ground like that. The face of a corpse, maybe. Because that's no longer a person. Ezra. Let's do a visual inspection first. Let's inspect the head. Or search him first. I rummaged through his pockets. He had no personal items on him, not even a walktel. That seems odd. So maybe he was robbed? Inspect the head. The sideways facing eyes had lost any expression or gleam. These resembled those of a poorly designed NPC. Face pulled taut by the sidewalk, looked to be smiling blasphemously. Check what's in his mouth. I had an inexplicable hunch, parted his lips and put 2 fingers in his mouth. A stiff tongue, dry saliva. I shuddered. There was nothing else there. Chest? I looked under his chest. I'm going to check under his clothes. It looked like a small gunshot exit wound. Feel his chest? I pressed on his chest in a few spots, then tapped. Weird. It sounded hollow inside. The sound near the wound should have been flat due to extravasation. Okay. Let's look at his limbs. His arms and legs were splayed awkwardly. It was as if he has been doing some weird mid-air stunts before hitting the ground. Roll up his pant legs. His calf was clean, no bruising. I checked the other leg. It was the same. Ezra's pant legs smoothly slid back down, covering up the cold, exposed body. So he doesn't have any bruising on his legs. Would that imply that he didn't fall? Roll up his sleeve. Looks as if he'd been struck by lightning, but the marks were off. I rubbed my eyes and took another look at Ezra's arm. Nothing. I was confused. Examine the hands. Gently, I lifted his hand. I was stunned. The skin underneath the inside of his palm was clean, not even a scratch or bruise, everything in perfect condition. This guy did not fall. I checked his other hand, the same thing. His skin should have been torn if he fell and froze in this position. Flip the body. I grabbed Ezra by the shoulder and started to turn him over gently. It was heavy and strangely stubborn. A holographic wing disappeared into the pavement. His head bobbed and was about to collide with the pavement. I noticed something flashing immediately behind it. Look at the protect the head. I released one of his shoulders and grabbed the head, saving it from hitting the ground. I finished turning him over and slowly put the head on the ground. Only then did I glance back to the flash, but there was no sign of it. So another weird flash. Spectre's back. There's a bloody hole in his coat, and his back too, it seemed. Look for an exit wound. Modern firearms produce enough kinetic force to blast straight through a person easily. I reached out to touch Ezra's chest area. Retracted my hand, freshly smeared with blood, and wiped it off on the guy's coat. He was my friend, but he didn't mind. Okay. Ask about the wings. Translucent bat wings protruded from Ezra's clothing. I wondered if it was AR or a hologram. I turned off the glasses, but I could still see them, a hollow. To create such an animation, Ezra had to have had an Ilgen, an illusory or an illusion generator with him. I couldn't see it anywhere, so I turned to the Outranger. Do you see these wings? Say yes, ma'am. That's why I kept fiddling with them. I can't find the Ilgen that generates them. Did he swallow it? Look for the bullet. Slid my hand under Ezra's chest again. I felt cracks in the pavement under the exit wound. I pulled out a metal object. I tore it from the pavement and took a closer look. It was a bullet. I inspected behind the body. Not much blood, just a few stains that looked like splatters. Suspiciously little, considering it went straight through him. Right, I'm going to leave. Can I do it again with the bot? Perform surgery using the Medabot. Okay. I glanced at the battery level. I had to choose wisely as each use of the Medabot requires energy. Let's conduct a brain scan. I selected the brain scan option. The Medabot turned on something akin to a floodlight, casting a faint light, and began the procedure. The device screen reported that the procedure was successful. I looked at the data. Before he died, Ezra had strongly stimulated visual interpretive fields and distinctive bridge activity pattern. Only one state could produce this result. Devitalization. It looked like Ezra died while playing. Okay, so he was playing a game and then he died? Conduct a blood test? I selected blood test option from the panel. Something whirred up inside the Medabot and the indicators lit up. One of the Medabot's arms approached Ezra's neck and pricked a vein. I heard the sound of pistons working. The display said blood had congealed, but it had been drawn and was being analysed. Need to check the results when they are ready. Okay. Brain sample, I guess? I gave the command. A thin metallic tentacle slid out of the Medabot's arm and up Ezra's nose. After a moment, I heard the quiet, high-pitched sound of a surgical drill. The Medabot's tentacle slid out of the dead man's nose and splayed up the tip with disinfectant foam and tucked it inside the apparatus. Collected a sample. Bone scan. The device beeped and activated the scanners. Ezra's skeleton began to appear in one of the windows. Looked normal, no visible fractures or cracks. So again, same thing. I'm not going to disinfect him. Why would we do that? Right, let's leave. Hello, Medabot. Analyze the blood test results. Looked at the readouts. There was no signs of psychoactive substances, be they plex or chemical. Before I closed the analysis window, I noticed text at the bottom. Significant concentration of active, the rest was hidden beneath the border. I scrolled up, then saw the whole sentence. Significant concentration of active game pill nanobots. So again, he was in a game. Blood sample analysis? A brain sample? The device displayed a long list of complicated messages. At the end was a summary of a particularly odd sentence. The neurons in the analyzed sample exhibited symptoms of brain nerve cells subject to devitalization. Again, he was in a game. Alright, leave. We have codec stuff. Ilgen, short for illusion generator. Okay, we don't need to know anything more about that. A Walktel. I think we're fine there. It's a phone of some kind. That's fine. I can work that out. Here, game hypothesis. So what do we know it wasn't? We know it wasn't a beacon. This is nonsense because they fire plasma and it didn't fire plasma. So this is just straight up nonsense. Yeah, we know this is nonsense. So how did he die? He was shot by a gun. Killed with a weapon from a game? I don't think so. I think he was killed by a gun. But that's fine. What's the game hypothesis? So game pill traces in the body. So what's the general hypothesis? Oh, there we go. He was killed with a weapon from a game. Inside a game. That's crazy. So for a moment I saw something strange on his arm. It looks like a magical wound. The brain wasn't revitalized. Brain looked like it had been devitalized before he died, as if he were playing a game. The game pill traces in his body. He had wings, but there's no Ilgen. I don't think that's right. It could be accident. So, what's this? He was flying around using an anti-G harness, maybe looking for something. He might have found it. Fell after his harness broke. No, this didn't happen because the fall was not the cause of death. Yeah. It makes no sense. Gunshot. The shot was fired after his death. The bullet was lodged in the walkway, so it must have been lying down when he was shot. I mean, that's true, yeah? Yeah. Yeah, okay, that is true. So the shot was fired after his death. So, do I believe that he was killed by a game? Yes, I do. So his brain shut down, and then he was shot afterwards. So how did he die? He was killed with a weapon from a game. Yeah, unless it's something in there. Hello, you? Did I accidentally use that last one? No, okay. I think he was killed with a weapon from a game. Anyone else to speak to though before we do that? You? Nope, okay. Hey, come back here. Nothing? Okay. So let's come to that conclusion. You. Got anything for me? How do you think he died? I don't know, but it wasn't the beacon. My cat may know something. It has access to part of my psyche from which I'm currently separated. Do you have access to the beacon? Okay. Well, I already stole its battery. Can I speak to the cat? No. Okay, so I can't do that in the demo. Fair enough. To see if there's anything else. Dr. Pax? No. Okay. You? Mac Bohr? No. I don't think the director has anything to say to us. Hey, you? Nah, so I think the last option's probably not available in the demo. So he was killed with a thing from a game. That's what we're going for. I believe that he was killed with a weapon from a game. Let's see how this loads. Or where it goes. To 3 no data things. Okay. John Naba. The man had a keen look and a mysterious smile. What came over to me, a smile widened. Oh, here you are. Been looking all over for you. Sorry it took so long. Excuse me, where are my manners? Senior Specialist John Naba. I'm the insurer of the deceased. Say nothing. I looked at him, waiting for him to break the silence first. Either way, I'm sure you already found your answers. They may be incomplete, but we should probably check Ezra's psycho scan, don't you think? If so, I happen to have it right here. That was the first thing I did when I got here. I wanted to give it to you, but let's call it a reward. Let's sign this so-called paperwork and you can go home, okay? Refuse. I'm not signing anything. Ah, that's a pity. I understand you wish to acquire a scan on your own. In that case, you should try your luck with a drone or a Medibot or this advertising shit. I suggest you hurry up in case you have any problems or change your mind. But remember, my offer still stands. Feel free to come back. I already have a thing. What? What? I don't even know what I should have said yes, because I don't know who he is or what he even does. Hello, you. Sure, I'll sign. I nodded and Naba displayed a window with my documents in front of me. I stamped with my in. Fantastic! Here's your scan. There you go. You can go home now. Same way you got here. Working with you was a true pleasure. I think that's the end of the demo. Okay. You seem nervous. Why are you so jumpy? I'm not jumpy, I just want to fly home. As to you, is that right? Go on, quickly now. Observe. I wonder what his deal was. So what, are you leaving? Mention the conversation with Naba. We're still talking, though I'm being rushed. She looked straight through Naba and sent me a glance that showed disgust and concern. People do say that game decks have many work-related disorders, but hey, no judgment. We also struggle. Choir? I opened my mouth to speak, but something suddenly tugged at my arm. My legs buckled, the world spun, and it felt a rush of heat in my shoulder. Did I just get killed? Oh. I'm dead. Hey, can you hear me? Are you okay? My shoulder was numb and swollen. Someone applied gel dressing to the spot where my sleeve was ripped. What happened? Did you see anything? Not really, it's a gunshot wound. I treated it, but I didn't see the shooter. Venom saw someone run into the bar, but they were far away and he didn't get a good look. We should have guarded the fucking entrance. You see Naba? John Nabo, we were talking when it happened. He might have seen something. Where is he? Sorry, who? The victim's insurance agent, a bald guy in a suit, was hanging around here, remember? You must be in shock. There wasn't anyone like that here. I'm sure I'd remember a bald guy in a suit hanging around. Somebody messing with people's brains? Search the bar for the shooter? Just be careful. It may look like a scratch, but the shockwave of a subsonic bullet is no joke. Your deltoid muscle is really swollen. Subsonic? Did you hear a bang? Neither did I. Can I see my objectives? Get back to your apartment to recreate Ezra's psychoscan or find out who was shooting at me. I'll even have anything to go from here. Alright, bar entrance. I'm in. I'm not sure where this is going. It's a little weird, but that's okay. Are we loading? What is this? This is a loading screen. Cool. Let's go. You need to pay to go inside. Price typical for mid-city clubs flashed on his glasses. Pay him. You're welcome. Welcome to Yeti's Coming. Old Yet's bar. By the way, you have a rip on your shoulder. I'm in a hurry and I need help. Someone just ran in here wearing a jacket with a red hoodie. Where did they go? What did they look like? Ran in, did you say? I didn't see anyone. Ezra Onai died on the walkway in front of the bar and... Ezra Onai? No way, he's dead. You're kidding, right? That guy's amazing. They were going to add holopics of him to the cereal packages. Damn it. Say more. Cereal, you must be a big fan if you know stuff like that. He was the man. He used to say that we had to break other people's rules and stick to our own. And that's my fucking life motto. Your hero cut himself from sleeves as soon as he became famous. He only came back when he found himself out of luck. But he made it to the top, one of our own. So believe me when I tell you, friend, that all sleeves love him. All of them. Yeah, especially Ramona. She loved him loud and clear. I'm sure he felt very loved when she came down on him yesterday. Good one, eh? Man froze as his glasses flashed. Oh fuck, it's on the news. He's dead. The fucking toad says we can't leave the bar now. God damn it. Why are you still standing here? I told you I didn't see anyone come in. Insist. I saw someone enter right before I did. You guard the door and collect entry fees. You must have seen... That someone didn't just enter. They stormed in. Shut your mouth. You didn't see anyone. You're not one of us. Got it? Nobody's going to tell you anything. Everyone can see everything around here. If you drink, get high, talk like us, we'll know. If you treat us like shit or it turns out you're a fucking Virtulia loving troll sent by Tick, we'll know that too. Gain witnesses' trust. Trolls or sleeves? Okay. What? I have no idea what I'm doing at all. Oh, you can spend these points to unlock professions, I see. But we gain some listening, we gain some facts. Okay. Now I'm very confused. We have sleeves. People who do not visit Lower City do not know if our clothes which fit perfectly on anyone regardless of the body do not always work properly. Okay. And we have some dark web stuff. What else have we got here? Something in Relium? Personality types. Ah, okay, so it's telling us about personality type things. We don't need to worry about that too much. Who shot me? What's no data? What was Ezra up to? I don't know. He returned to the bar. What else have we got? Who shot me? One of the sleeves, but maybe something else. And then no data. Hello. Trolls. Bugger off. That was rude of Daphne. Please excuse her. Bugger off, please. Let's ask about Ezra. Did you know Ezra Onai? Have you seen him? Not only does she bother us, but she's also friends with the asshole who follows us in Virtulia. Can't stress it enough. Bugger off. Ezra wasn't a stranger to them. Such an animated response probably meant he made himself known here. I'm a game deck. I'm head of marketing. But what really matters is that we don't know you. Bugger off. Okay. Who had motive to kill Ezra? He'd been given Tick a hard time. He'd be harassed trolls in Virtulia. Okay. Who are you? Patron? What? One talking you think we're friend? Okay, that's fine. He's just a random. Went up to middle level to see the sun. But it was actually night. Okay, this job has messed up my internal clock. So I went again during the day. These are sleeves. That messed up my clock down here. Insane. I had to take a double dose of Adren just to get out of bed. Okay. Or Adren, I guess it probably is. Troll's sleeves. We can scan his profile. You're hanging around like an undercity rat, get lost hobo. Let's scan his profile. Opened up a private window and found his walktail, then downloaded his profile. Device name Multisense Pro 7. Profile blue anti-corporate. Okay. What's that? Did that tell us anything? No. Okay, fine. Over here? Oh, can we dance? We don't know you. Beat it. I'm gonna dance. With Bob. Yeah. Yeah, we're dancing now. The author of Woman Who Runs With Wolves wrote that when woman dances, her body and soul harmonizes. I don't know if I'm doing it right, but it felt good. Okay. DJ. It wasn't him moving to the beat, rather the music seemed to flow from his motions. He must have been using an omicrord. His eyes were shut, his lips parted. Did you see? I only see music unless some asshole comes over and annoys me. You aren't even dancing, alright? What kind of music do you like? Something calming. I don't like being too animated. Another idiot likes stupid elevator music in an auto car. You're the patron at this bar, meaning you can request a song, just one. Won't be able to stand anymore from an amateur like you. And just so you know, when you're talking to an artist performing their piece, the right response is, I like your music. I'm gonna leave. Okay. Our media system. Every place has one. It is the feed for posters, displays, and guest walktails, glasses, be they specs or eye lenses. The machine decides what ads, news, etc. the guest would see, yet install his own overlay on it. Not very sophisticated, but the system itself looked pretty outdated. I wonder what I might find here. Let's leave. I don't need to, like, design an experience. Stop designing experiences. I don't know what this is. I'm gonna leave. It's too much for me. It's an information overload of systems I don't understand, so I'm going to move into systems I do understand. Slick controls. Stimulates the left hemisphere of his well-being. There, look how he's smiling. They're doing some. Wait. I'll check his cards. They're playing poker or something. You're right. He was bluffing. Hello, Slick. A money transfer window flickered over the table. Slick parted his lips in a smile, collected the cards and ordered them to shuffle. He looked at me. Get lost, troll. Okay. Don't insult us, Slick. We don't know that girl. Player looked me up and down. She's dressed like a Musquin. Has time to bug me at work. The clothes don't match you guys, but the attitude does. Friend, if you want me to treat you like a troll, prove you're not. You don't want me to treat you like a troll, prove you're not one, and get rid of these bums. I'm gonna play. I have a proposal. I'll replace the gentleman in the colourful glasses and play you. If you win, you'll answer my questions. Or if I win, you'll answer my questions. He looked at me like a smart ass who had found himself another schmuck. Great idea! No kidding around though, it's a cash game. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw someone observing us. I was too focused on my opponent to look around. All it took was 3 rounds for him to clean house. I knew he was hacking, but I couldn't prove it. The sleeves observing us had to be having the time of their lives. I think we become more troll, but I'm not sure. That's fine. In here, what have we got? Omicrord? Omicordiest? And we got another thing on personality types of blue. Okay. Deduction. So what have we got? He's given Tick a hard time. What else did we get in here? Who shot me? No data. Back. What was he up to? He was harassing Tick. He returned to the bar. That's all we know still. Okay. Interesting. And I can get info from Slick, maybe. Can I speak to him again? Can I speak to the trolls? Looked like they were waiting for someone to turn around so they could stick a kick me sign on their back. We're busy with this chat at the moment. Waiting for your turn. Wait for your turn, Chief. Convince them to go. Get out of here, guys. Go troll someone else. But man, watching Slick bluff at cards is so cool. I'm telling you, he's good. Look how gullible they are, idiots. Can you find better things to do? Yeah, and what do you think that should be, Chief? Suggest Virtulium? While playing games. Didn't you come here to go online? I like you. You think like a troll. Good. Games aren't fun for us anymore. Not since that darned esport nutcase started giving us a hard time. Poor little us. Ezra is dead. But the bad taste remains. There you have it. We can't play with Tick. We refuse to dance to that crap, so all we have left to do is Slick. Perfect trolling target. Ask about the music. What's wrong with the music? Are you deaf, Chief? This ain't music, it's junkie noise. The DJ played a couple of cool songs earlier, but now he's playing for the sleeves. Ask about Tick. Why can't you go back to playing with Tick? Herman keeps grumbling about the guy who got under his skin. He's upstairs sulking. We're sick of it. Wait till he calms down. Slick? Wait, did I miss something? No. Slick isn't the only good target for your pranks. Couldn't you go bother somebody else? Slick would be a great trolley, always swindling and hacking, and he's a pathological liar too. We had to find out what his deal is. And we did. You can trust him when it comes to other people. Whenever he talks about himself, he always lies, almost automatically. So we're learning about lying and hacking, plus we gotta piss him off a bit. Two birds with one stone. Get it? Okay, cool. So if I could turn the music off, I could get info from trolls. Request a song for the trolls. Play you played earlier when a group of trolls was on the dance floor. He acknowledged me with a nod. His body started dancing to a different beat. Hello. I dealt with your problem, buddy. Let's see what he says. Seems so. What you want to know? Tell me about the hooded person. Someone shot me in the street, then ran inside the bar. They wore a jacket with an orange hood. Did you see them? Ah, she bumped into me on her way in here. Cam Grosny. It's funny, I think a piece of an MCC beacon fell from under her coat. Don't believe it. Stop spinning tales and tell me. Alright, can't see the entrance from here. Besides, I'm mostly focused on the game. I heard trolls at the door cuss at someone out for bumping into them. I don't think that person was part of their community. Tell me about Ramona. Why is Ramona angry with Ezra? Ramona was with Han Clan. She mediates more and more, or whatever it is they do. She kept urging me to join, but I didn't want to. Ezra ridiculed her once for it. I had to separate them because they started fighting. Believe it. Ezra didn't want to join the clan? No, Ramona kept shouting that he was gonna find out the truth whether he wanted to or not. When I was separating them, she yelled at me to not intervene, or something would happen to me. She eventually went to her fellow clanspeople and they debated something for a long time. Then the Han people watched me for a while. Tell me about Ezra. Did you know Ezra Onai? Everyone here knew him. He's a local god. Was a local god. They believed he'd make it. Do you know how many sleeves bet he'd win that last game? Don't believe? Don't believe it? God, yeah, right. Tell me the truth. You want the truth? Fine. Ezra was beating himself up for letting everybody down. He was too embarrassed to talk to us. I tried cheering him up, but he didn't listen. He'd rather drink. I saw him stagger out of the bar earlier today. Suicide? Ezra committing suicide? Likely, unlikely? Did you know he had a problem getting into games as a kid? Changing his skin made him panic. He was a 1 in a million case. Don't believe it. If that was true, he wouldn't have gone into esports. Stop making shit up. What am I supposed to say? That I knew him from birth and lately had to watch as he isolated himself and hit rock bottom? Yes, Ezra committing suicide doesn't sound improbable. I don't think he did. Currently. So we got info from Slick. Argument. Is there a problem? There is. The downstairs of the bar belongs to us. We created a fight. Finish this loser. Your star didn't let us play either. Have you seen the news? Do you know how he ended up? You fucker. Oh, we got big security coming over. You're a nobody, junkie. We'll stop it. Pierce myself between the fighters. Calm down. What is it, you turd Julia maggot? Can't handle me on your own? You found yourself a bodyguard? I could fuck you up so bad you wouldn't be able to stand, bitch. This one here came to protect the weak. That means you, bastard. I'm gonna side with the sleeves for just now. I don't think he's weak. I don't want anyone to get hurt. That includes you. That's why you're siding with this drunk? Maybe they'll buy this bullshit, but not me. And you're not the first sleeve who tried to screw me over. I'll threaten him. There's a unit of outrangers in front of the bar. If I call them, they'll be here in a matter of seconds. Suddenly I felt many eyes on me. People weren't happy. Quit making a mess. Now go back to tanking and trolling, understood? If the whole crowd had attacked you, even I wouldn't have saved you. Watch what you're doing, pal. Okay. We speak to Yet there? What else have we got? A Martin Aiden? Okay. Man sat huddled, sipping whiskey with a concerned face. Leave me alone. He looked at me wearily. Speak if you want, but don't expect any answers. Who ran into the bar? Ask about Ezra. Do you know Ezra Onai? To say he was a man of few words would have been a huge understatement. Okay. Bar? Proximity apps were a common thing in bars once. They were meant to show what the bar offered. Most bars stopped using such apps because speaking with a bartender was assumed an essential part of the experience. And here it still worked. I'm gonna leave. We don't need to do this right now. Hey, old Jet. When he glanced at me, his digital lenses flickered and settled on a blue color. Whiskey? How do you know my favorite type of poison? Do I have it written across my forehead? Bartender's intuition. What'll it be? For real this time. I'm here for information. I'd like to... On deal in information. I have something to quench your thirst, game pills, and there are couches upstairs. You want it? We have it. Who ran into the bar? Someone just ran into the bar. Did you see them? Of course. Let me just rat on one of my regulars. Want to know how I evade taxes too? You evade taxes? I started doing that the same day you starred in your first porno. Now you know the date. Ask me more. Let's ask about the entry fee. You charge a lot to get in. I paid that much in Mid-City. You outplayed, huh? You didn't pay to get in, you paid for your stupidity. I don't charge an entry fee here. Let's ask about the bar. Tell me more about Yeti's coming. You never seen a bar before? We got booze, maybe not top shelf stuff, but sleeves drink loads and are alive, so it can't be that bad. If you like being online, I have couches and game pills. I installed them for the trolls. But our guys use them too sometimes. Our guys? Who are our guys? I should have said locals. The sleeve people are sleeves. The salt of Low City. Thick sleeves, tough guys. Didn't you notice them? Still the same bunch. A little drunker than the rest, but still more resourceful in life. Trolls? The trolls prefer Virtulia. Why did they come to the bar? If you used exploits and cheated in games and then trolled in general, would you want to be traced to your address or a public place? They're obnoxious. They usually stay upstairs. They pay for anonymity. Business is booming. Patrons. Who visits this place other than trolls and sleeves? Regulars. Residents of surrounding towers, meaning those who can afford the clubs above. Okay. I think we're done here. Oh no, I can ask about Ezra. Do you know Ezra Onai? Everybody did. He learned how to play here as a kid because he didn't have a couch at home. He was nice to everyone, but destroyed them in game. No wonder he offed himself. He'd been different ever since he returned. Quiet, serious, hardly talked to anybody except that weirdo Panasantor. He was annoying, kept pissing everyone off, so eventually somebody got him. That's that. He couldn't control himself. He'd yell at Tick and the trolls. You'd tell he wasn't doing well. Okay. I don't know where that stereotype that bartenders are easy to talk to came from. Okay. We have Ramona, who's got an actual picture, so it makes me think that she's the one who did it. What else have we got? He felt guilty. Ramona belongs to the Han clan, and he was in a bad place. Okay, he'd be giving Tick a hard time. So I could say that was suicide, but I still don't think so. Who shot me? Someone other than a troll ran into the bar. Bar is a troll meeting space, and the bar is a sleeve meeting place, but it was a local, probably. Okay, that's what we think. Someone else. It could be Tick as well, as it said there. What was Ezra up to? He was harassing Tick. He returned to the bar. Okay. Hands off the poster. That's Ezra. Dude is dead. Naum Reyes? I heard what you've been asking about. I don't know anything. I'm sorry. Oh wow, that's it, huh? Hey Rick. Freeze or I'll fucking shoot, and no judge will convict me. He pointed a massive arm at me. It was tipped with a barrel or a soda siphon. I wasn't sure. You're one who's been shitting all over the toilet. Admit it, shithead. Welcome to Yeti's Crossing, the best joint in Gas Tower. Who are you, creature? Put my hands up. I'm not carrying any weapons. I'm a game deck. His red eyes dim for a moment. He must have been searching the web. You really are. What would you like, kind lady? A beer? Maybe something stronger? We ran into the bar. Our client's wishes are our command. Let us check our few footage. There you are, fucker. Instant number 203 playing. God damn it. Data removed. I'm really sorry, kind lady, but some shithead has just deleted that material. What? Who deleted it? I'm tracing the prick right now. Here, the command was sent from the bar system. No data on the shithead, though. Users shouldn't have access to my memory. Fucking treason. Alright, leave. Who are you? Fedora, Fedra Phoebius, was that? Media streams? Rules for couch users? I don't think that's what I want. Wait, I can buy access? There's something. I've tried to buy access upstairs. The system blocked my attempt. I'll call an offer. I'm just clicking through to see whether there's anything about... Yeah. See whether there's anything about hacking into that system, but there isn't by the looks of it. Who have we got? Trolls? Who's Fedra Phoebius? She shot me a scrutinizing look. You behave like someone not used to taking orders, well-equipped, wounded, and someone's dead outside. You a detective? She looked like a troll, but had a kind smile and a soft voice. She exuded an aura of honesty. A game deck? Are you with Tix people? Sometimes, but mostly I'm the HR lady. A warm image of a corporate AI. People don't like to think a program dictates their careers. Now, why don't you do me a favor and spike my employees' drink? Amphetamines would be best. Any drug will do. That gloomy guy at the bar. Martin Aiden. No. Forget it. I won't spike anybody's drink, not without their awareness or me knowing exactly what's in it. A game deck with a heart. Very unusual. Now, did you go through some trauma recently? A character-changing event? That's a rhetorical question. See, at work, I'm a nanny. I listen to complaints, but the AI makes the decisions because it sees more and analyzes more quickly, though without understanding. So I utilize my people skills after hours. It's like a hobby to broaden my horizons and experiment, observe. Or I experiment, observe. And you believe this would help him? No idea. Like I said, I'm expanding my horizons. He's been like this since BWI's system recommended total sobriety. Goddamn, here and now. No brain fix, no entertainment virtua. So he just sits there. You can't even talk to him. Who ran into the bar? That's very concerning, but I'm here for a different reason. I'm looking for someone who ran into the bar a moment ago. Think I'll just tell you because I'm helpful? How cute. Typically I get paid to talk to people. Alright, I'm not going to drug her friend. Okay. Who else have we got around here? Can I get this off sleeves? Okay, hello. And scan this guy's profile. Blue anti-corporate. Okay. What else have we got back here? Blue. Hello. People tripped over his legs, but reality in general doesn't seem to bother him. Hello. Tell me about Ezra. Do you know Ezra Onai? Well, that's what went on in the bar. Do you know anything suspicious or unusual? Notice anything suspicious or unusual recently? All the time, girl. Who ran into the bar? You see a person in a red hood running into the bar? Well, alright. Thanks for your help. Cam Grosny. So we were told that she was the one who ran into the bar, but that was a lie from earlier, I think. What are you looking at? Never seen the wrinkles? Never seen wrinkles? The creases in her face indicated that the mocking smile she bestowed upon me was her normal grimace. I'm from Low City. I've seen it all, even wars. But yeah, seeing a youngish woman not hide her wrinkles is surprising. Sometimes I approach girls and imply we're the same age. Looks on their faces. Priceless. Let's get to it. What do you want and how much? Who ran into the bar? Looking for someone in a red hood who ran inside the bar a while ago? Maybe it's someone by the entrance, unless she got in through the toilets, and then they say I'm the troll. Let's get to the point. While you're here, you should buy something. I can get you any state of consciousness. Let me guess, forgetfulness and trust? Most of all, I need information. What, are you afraid of drugs? Moderation. Anything can be good if you apply it in small doses, in moderation, good quality stuff. Meanwhile, you're in the toilets of a dirty bar? Hold on, what's that saying? You judge a book by its cover, actually by its shelf? She grinned, exposing her crooked teeth. Anyway, the locals don't talk about drugs that way, and they don't ask for info. You're Aspie, right? I'm a game deck. Game Deck's a very convenient cover-up. It lets you ask questions without raising suspicion. I was joking about selling. I only possess drugs for personal use. Here, a token of our friendship, a stimulant that should help in your investigation. It also stabilizes your mood and gives you a bit of cheerful motivation. Have a nice day, officer. Hey. What? That's it, okay. Brain fix. Euphoria, excitement, ecstasy, visions. Select your neurodrink based on preference and mood. Plexes are safe and leave no hangover. Okay, I'm gonna leave. See you later. Can I go upstairs? No. Regular Joe. Leave me alone. All of you, please. I don't know anything. I won't talk, and thus the sentence in our proverb. No, no. Okay. We've spoken to everyone. Damaged poster. Ezra in front of the team, looking into the distance with a twinkle in his eye. He never made such faces. It must have been a holomontage. Broken frame revealed the inside of the poster. I knew that system. They stopped using it because any teenager could modify it. Copy it and save it as a keepsake of Ezra. One of the sleeves was finishing his beer nearby. He gave me a thumbs up. Okay, so I've become more sleeve-like by taking a copy. Kill them all. Man at a table looked well over 70. Despite the loud music, he was napping. When I nudged him, he just mumbled something and continued snoring. He's a sleeve. Okay. Hey there, beautiful. The hologram's voice was coming from the speaker on the table. You're a hologram? I'm as much a hologram as you are a clump of quarks and electrons that may as well be something else entirely. The psyche is what counts, friend. I'm a Zonet without a physical body. I didn't even want to get myself a Mobrium. I live exclusively in Virtulia. Jealousy. I envy you. Game's more interesting, better designed than Relium. If I could, I'd never leave them. The troll passed by me. When she heard my word, she smiled. But it's at a price. My life is ruled by some idiot the corporation hires to oversee the Rendans. And it can't be with my Relium, and I can't be with my Relium buddies when they need it. I'm sitting in a real low city bar as a hologram. Why? I didn't want to kill them all to be alone. There were 3 of us, but only 2 remain. Panasantor had a heart attack. Kill's not taking it well. I knew he wasn't playing. I knew if he wasn't playing, he'd be at Yetz. Here, the sleeves treat him as one of their own. Let's ask about the dead guy. So what happened to him? He thought it was funny that his granddaughter kept yelling at him that his heart couldn't take gaming that intense. She was right. He played with some esports guy and overdid it. The couch reported a loss of consciousness, but it was too late when the ambulance came. Was he playing with Ezra? Do you know who he played with? I broke into his medical records, but there was no mention of it. I thought Kill would tell me more, but you see how it is. Just ask about his granddaughter? You mentioned his granddaughter. She might know more about what happened. It's nice of you to care. I was hoping to find her here. She often hangs around with the sleeves. But she's nowhere to be found. If you see her, tell her to come by. I'll send you the surveillance footage so you know what she looks like. There. Alright, I'll ask about Kill Them All. I wanted to talk to Kill Them All, but I couldn't wake him. He's always been like this, unnaturally fast and smart, but then half asleep from exhaustion. It gets worse as he ages. I remember when he realized he couldn't last a whole match anymore. I'm sad to see. I think the shock broke him. I'll wait till he comes to. That's all I can do. It'll take a few hours, but I want someone to be there when he wakes up. How do I wake him? Do you have any idea how to wake her Sleeping Beauty? I'd like to talk to him. Before he gave up his life as a pro, he tested stimulants on himself. They kinda worked, but not long enough to continue his career. We probably don't have anything like that. What if you give him something to jog his memory of the good old times? He and Panasantor used to play a lot of Happy Hunting Grounds, but he didn't hear that from me. I'll ask about the hologram. I thought holograms at bars were for displaying games and such. Wouldn't it be easier to sense Kill Them All? As usual, the walk-tail didn't wake him, so I found him by the cameras, projected myself inches from his face, but he didn't even flinch. Breaking in was easy. The holograms are an age system from a now-gone strip club. They used to play animations of strippers on these tables. Okay. I have a stimulant, don't I? Yeah. I dissolved the stimulant in his beer and shoved the straw under his nose, then I poked him. Man drank the beer, still half asleep. After a moment he opened his eyes, yawned and smacked his lips. I noticed that some sleeves nearby were listening in. Game to learn from the legend. There's already been one young man here before you, an esports pro, a bit more attractive than yourself. Who? Said something about a young man before me, right? Ezra knew about our successful past. He even knew I was once the sheriff of Harvest Time. Did I tell you about that game? We'll let him vent. I don't think you did. A man wearing a jacket with extended sleeves passed by our table and looked at me favourably. He must have liked the way I treated the veteran. When I ended my career, because my brain was tiring too quick, they thought the old man came to work his fields, but wham bam, I was sheriff within an hour. After a week, they were all too scared to duel me. Really exceptionally quick, you know, but I get tired easily, god damn it. These days, kids play games whether they have things to do or not. Even Ramona plays a lot lately, and I doubt she knows why. I played Harvest Time. I visited Harvest Time a while ago, High Rock to be specific. I think it has a different sheriff. High Rock, my last refuge. My attention span is too short for other games, but gun dueling don't take that much time. Did I tell you already? Down there, I was still the man. Call it a Legends rest home, but I was respected. I cared for that town and put punks in their place. Then this guy took it from me. He wasn't even that good. He just realized that I get weak fast and challenged me when I was barely standing up. I know that he beat me when I was half asleep, but still, something died inside me that day. Something snapped. That's all I've ever been my whole life, a player. I hunted, I played matches, I was good at it. I don't know how to be anything else now. I didn't know. I don't know what you could do, sorry, but you're a legend and nothing's gonna change that. It's something, isn't it? We could pop to Paradise Beach and whistle at some babes, what'd you say? Tell me about Ramona. Mention Ramona, could you? She's Panasantor's granddaughter. We all raised her together, so she's kinda mine too. I taught her how to sneak up on gulls, you know. I'll let him speak freely. You taught Ramona how to hunt gulls in Happy Hunting Grounds? Sleeve like that as well, cool. Gulls, my dear, are folks that don't know what they want. Virtual castaways, grazers, easy prey, got it? She never liked beating around the bush and could spot a gull from a mile away, or lure one. We staged a draft for deputy sheriff in Harvest Time once. I logged out so it seemed like I didn't know anything about it, but the girl robbed 5 applicants and they thanked her afterward. She vanished after Panasantor's heart attack. She didn't have the money to buy him a BLB and make him young again. The girl took it pretty hard. Hooded person? Someone ran into the bar not too long ago. Did you see who it was or where they went? I don't know who, but I woke up when they were scrambling up the stairs. Some people got pushed away and were cursing like crazy. There's one a habit in Harvest Time. I shoot faster than that, runaway cowboy. You should play with me sometime. I'll show you true reflex, not to be confused with reflux, goddammit. I got up from the table, the man was already falling asleep. I noticed somebody smile at the corner of my eye, but when I turned around all I could see were people's backs. Okay, now we need to get access upstairs. It's the guy we spoke to earlier. I heard your conversation. Are you looking for answers? Let me introduce myself. My name is Naum. You want to know the truth? About what happened? Sure. Only about that. If you pick up the fragments that suit you, you won't find the truth. You need to open yourself up to the entirety of it. Tell me about Ezra. Right now I want to figure out what's going on with Ezra Onai recently. Can you tell me anything about that? He was very stubborn about getting to the truth. I heard he got very far. Meaning where? As information is available to clan members, join us and accept the truth. It will show you Ezra's path. Who ran into the bar? I can't see the door from behind the counter, and I haven't noticed any new faces in the club. It's no accident the stranger led you directly to me. It's a sign, your first step towards the truth. Will you dare to go further? What is the truth? It's hidden but visible to those who can see. It's important is the path, the attention to here and now to recognize the signs and ciphers of existence. The truth is hidden, but you're the one who sees? Well, not yet. What matters is that we're all equal in getting to the truth. Have you never seen things that are difficult to explain? We just did outside. People who possess knowledge that they don't have the right to possess. Error is not predicted by the system. Our leader says that everyone comes across signs. You just need to be able to recognize them. Let's admit you might be right. Lately I've seen more and more things that are hard to explain rationally. And you haven't ignored them. You're looking for answers. That's how you set out on the path that leads to the truth. You came here seeking knowledge and you pay attention to details. We do the same. Join us and let us help you. Sure, why not? It's a wise decision. You won't regret it. Now give me access to your walktel and we'll discuss the signs you noticed at a joint meeting. Want access to all my data, the whole feed, visual and audio? That way we'll be able to find the signs you've missed. The most effective way of learning is based on our own experiences. No. I wouldn't give my own grandma access to this data. I see you're not ready yet. In time you'll understand that only the clan can help you find answers. Well, you know where to find me. Okay. Interesting. Can I speak to the bartender again? Oh, he's hidden underneath this thing. Okay. Who else have we got around here? Trolls, Fedra. Who else? We haven't spoken to Ramona, have we yet? No, Sleeves. Blue, Cam. Yeah, so no Ramona back here. Just if we were looking for the granddaughter. Yeah, so it's not there. None of you are Ramona. You're Slick, DJ. No Ramona over here. So Ramona could be upstairs. Can I speak to the bartender again? I need to get past upstairs. It's a very special area. People are in game. Their bodies on couches, unsupervised. Their belongings are by the couches too. I'm not going to bother anyone. I'm a game deck. I'm conducting an investigation and I have to get in there. I want to talk to someone. Game deck, huh? Okay, I'll let you up there if you do me a small favor. It'll prove to the patrons you're trustworthy. Get rid of Cam Grosny. Don't hurt her. Just remove her from the premises. Why? She sells drugs and gets half my customers high. Or lately she's been pushing everything. Apparently even some nasty fake Alpil. She's a treacherous troll. She competes with Herman, Tick, for leadership among the trolls. If you remove her, Tick will surely be happy. Nobody, almost nobody, will be mad at me. Because you'll be the one to do it. I agree. Usually hangs around the toilets, a fitting place for a scumbag. Okay. Let's remove her from the bar. We got more here. Motives. So his death, so this guy dying because his heart gave out. Okay, so that is a motive. And he felt guilty because of that. Who shot me? We still don't know. Like, it's either Ramona, Tick, or one of the Sleeves, or one of the trolls. Okay. I think it's likely going to be Ramona. But we'll see. And then what was Ezra up to? Clan members respected Ezra. With a mixture of fear and respect. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Hello. What? Old Yet doesn't want you in his bar. I'll show you the door. Is this a joke? He and I have a deal. He gives us anonymous couches. I get the Sleeves what Yet legally can. I didn't say a word when he installed the brain fix years ago and he wants to kick me out. Fine, if it's a war he wants, he'll fucking get it. I don't know what he promised you, but I'll match his offer if you destroy the brain fix. And you can get me upstairs? I've done business with Yet long enough to install workarounds in his systems. Destroy the brain fix and I'll get you into hell if you want. Ask about the deal with Yet. Said you had a deal with Yet. What was? Sleeves don't use Virtulia. At least, not here at least. It's dumb because in Relium, they can't stand being sober. That's why I was here. Yet was happy too, since his customers were happy. It was a sensible business relationship. But the brain fix is legal, so I suppose I stopped being useful to him. I didn't think money was more important to him than people. Okay, so I can't threaten her, so I might as well just ask about the brain fix. The shit's dangerous and addictive. These plexes make people dumb. If you destroy it, you won't just be doing me a favor, but all Sleeves too. Ask about the Sleeves' health. Describe with very serious side effects. If they're real, why hasn't anyone who uses this machine done anything about them? Some guy hidden in shadows nodded. God, you're so naive. Strange the clan hasn't recruited you yet. Brain fixes generate profit for Fun Gears, a corporation, get it? Brain Fix advertised as a candy vending machine. That's the way people use it, recklessly and excessively. Don't believe me? Find your own proof. Convince someone to try it or use it yourself. You'll get first-hand experience. So I can't kick her out in the demo. Okay, I see. I'm gonna go join the... I think I'm gonna go... Just because my options are limiting, I think I'm gonna speak to this guy. I'm gonna join your clan. Because... Well, I don't really want to. Well... I don't know. I can't do the option that makes sense to me here. Because what I would like to do is get rid of her. But because I can't... Oh, carved note. It wasn't the prettiest graffiti in the world, but included an interesting question. How do you enhance your psychedelic trip? There was a code of a media file download. Okay. Interesting. So I have more of that. It's fine. Brain fix. Destroy. I started the deck on my walktail and walked up to and opened the brain fix menu. Now to get into the code military security, I couldn't do anything. Sometimes brawn's better than brains. I looked around and after making sure nobody was watching, don't watch, slammed my elbow into the control panel. No result. I hit it again, nothing. I hit the spot where I thought there were wires. Brain fix was good for this bar. Armored, sturdy, and indestructible. Okay, so I don't have a way to destroy it. Hello. So I can't destroy it because my profession won't let me destroy it. 'Cause I could use it, I suppose. Sure. I'm using it. I think I have to join the clan to get anywhere from here. I could also leave and try read the brain scan. Hold your head still for 3 seconds. It felt like I had just lost a few pounds, like I was floating above the ground. I knew everything would be fine. I saw the problems from afar. They became small, unimportant. I smiled. Give in to the Plex's influence? You should make up with Yet. You guys like each other, very much so. You used the brain fix, didn't you? Which Plex? I bet you chose Feel Good. The others typically don't even work. And I'm still right. I also thought we were buddies. I like him, but he set up this box here. He stopped talking to me as much, and now he sent you? We have to do something about this. It's got to be a misunderstanding. Cut the crap. That's not how life works. Okay. Well, I can't destroy the box because I have no skills. I'm going to leave. Well, maybe not because it's not one of my things right now, so. Well, I guess I'm just going to join your clan. Sure. Have access. Give him access to my data stream. It was risky, but I had the chance to find out quickly what the deal. Was. You will not regret this. If the ciphers or existence appear in your surroundings, we'll discuss them so you can follow them consciously. Wait for a message from one of us. It will come soon. It seemed the moment I turned around, he started looking for more recruits. I can now see a unicorn. Okay. Doesn't seem to have done anything. Can I speak to you now? Talk about the job for Yet. Give in to optimism. I think you two of you should make up. It would be better that way. I'm sure it's just a misunderstanding. Cam really likes her. I saw it in her eyes, and I know you like her too. Changes nothing. Police will come and start sniffing around. They'll take her in and start bothering me. I'm gonna scold them and tell them to reconcile. Fuck man, couldn't you just tell her all this? Sweetie, you got vanished for a while I dodged the heat. Easy enough, right? I don't know what you're on, but Plex had worked miracles. Write to Cam that you like her. She'll say it right back. Then you can get back to work. Peace and fucking love. He blinked and almost as if hypnotized. He took out his walktail and started typing. He smiled when a reply came through. A new game deck. What's so funny? You better tell me who you're looking for upstairs. I'll log them out for you. Then you can go up. I don't know. I'm not gonna log everybody out just because you can't decide. Come back once you know. Alright, I still don't know. Okay. Interesting. So I guess I don't need to remove you from the bar any longer. Am I done here? Her lens displayed text that says do not disturb. She was grinning and giggling to herself. She must be watching something. I decided to leave. Okay. Hello. Okay, hello. I don't want to do that one. If that's alright with you. Got anything else in here? Characters? No. Okay, we got technologies, media stream. Okay. Is that it? Okay. I'm running out of options here. Barrier. Can't break in. Okay. Poster. I'm going to upload a poster of Ezra into the frame. The sleeves liked it. Patron. Hey, give me my money back. You don't work for Yet and you're not a bouncer. Give me my money back. Think of it as a valuable paid lesson, my friend. We taught you not to trust strangers. Not in Lower City. You're welcome. I'll let it go. I'll be watching you, friend. Okay. Trolls. Sleeves. Can I speak to you again? I can probably just scan, right? Yeah. Okay, so if I get far enough, I could ask them something. Fair enough. Hello, DJ. Yeah, so I already did one thing for him. So I want something that's good for blue. Design and experience. This guy's spectacles. Next up was recommending a specific piece of information to him. Okay. Filter news by source type. I don't know. This is too much. I don't understand that system at all right now. Let's head back over here. Anyone got anything for me? Oh, I got another thing here. Can I change this poster? Yeah. Cool. So they really, really, really like me now. There's another poster I can change. Cool. That's what I'm looking for. Right. So that should be enough, I reckon, to get these sleeves to talk to me over here. Where are we? Sleeves? You're really giving those trolls hell. Big ups, man. Did you really know Ezra? I did. That's why I'm trying to find out how he died. I need information. Can you help me? Hold up. How can we be sure we can trust you? Trolls don't like you, but that doesn't mean you're one of us. Quit fucking around. She's alright. You can see it in her eyes. You want to check is in or what? It's fine. Chill. Everything will come out in the field test. Do you want us to treat you like one of our own? Wait till somebody comes in, then collect the fee. Okay. Agree. Fine. How do I do it? Are you dumb? You saw Quitter in action. When he come in, he approached you and collected the money. Now you do that to someone else. Somebody else. Okay. So do I just stand here? Hello. Excuse me? Stop, you need to pay to come inside the bar. I'm gonna ask for the amount I was asked to pay. Oh man, I've never paid that much in Low City, no way. You're a local, you know the rules. Low City, man. Don't you know the Moors? We support each other. Only snitches don't pay. Stop whining and pay up. Say what? Alright, fine. Cool. Welcome to Yeti's Coming. Right, hello. Right, nice. I knew you were alright. What you want to know? Tell me about Ezra. Oh, sorry, skip one. He didn't come here to socialize, he stayed upstairs, so he's probably using the couches. Those contraptions aren't exactly safe. When you lie down on one, you can check which game the previous user was playing. Ezra used to play here quite often. He must have been spying on someone. Otherwise, he wouldn't have used this junk. Ask about Ramona. Oh, she claims she's still asleep, but she's been hanging around with those weirdos for some time, the Han clan. It was got her grandpa worried, and she started spying on her. Spying online, I mean. Oh. When I got out, she yelled at him to stop entering the same game she does. Boy, can she go on a rant. It was quite a performance. She always says what's on her mind, but it takes it well when others do that too. She doesn't like sugarcoating or beating around the bush. Who ran into the bar? We always notice our own. I'm not sure Ramona is still one of us. She didn't even say a word and ran upstairs where the couches are. That's what trolls do. Here's to you. Okay, well, who shot me? It was Ramona. 100% it was Ramona who shot me. What was he doing? He might have been spying on the Han clan, which would definitely then push him into being killed. Yeah. Who had the motive to kill? Well, Ramona. If he was doing the same thing. Okay. But let's not jump to conclusions. All we know is she's the one who shot me. Ramona. Oh, that'd be saying she's the killer. What, one? Sorry, I wanted to get out of that conversation because it wouldn't let me select someone else. Hello? Investigating details of his accident. Who's the killer? It's Ramona. Yeah. It's Ramona. Yeah. I'll cut off her access to the bar systems one by one. She won't have a clue. That'll let you talk to her freely. Okay. So why did... Let's say it was Ramona here as well. What was Ezra up to? He was spying on the Han clan. That's what he was up to. He was spying on the Han clan? So the game crashed? I think the game's crashed. Does it have an autosave? Oh, we did it. We got out. Aha! I kept hitting escape and it let me out. Yeah, so I still think it was Ramona. So let's go upstairs and see what Ramona has to say about shooting us. What? The stench of burning synthetic metal filled the air. The user of the outermost couch was convulsing. Ramona was hunched over, typing nervously on her walktail attached to the couch's panel. Don't come any closer or I'll burn all the couches and kill all the players, understand? Her hands were shaking. I've got fear with her. I didn't want to find out what would happen if things got even more out of control. I had to keep her distracted until the Outrangers arrived. I'm here to help. I'm here to help you. I'm a game deck. I've gotten people out of worse shit than this. You think I'm an idiot? You're a game deck, right? So you're here because of a case, not your desire to help others. You won't rescue me and risk botching your case. Besides, did you ever hear me calling for help? Started typing something on her walktail. She hesitated. I focused on what I knew about Ramona and recent events at Yeti's coming. Let's talk about the Han clan. Talk about Ramona in the Han clan. I know you're part of the Han clan. The Sleeves don't accept her anymore. You were so engaged in the clan life, you're abandoning the Sleeves. You know they no longer see you as one of their own, right? Yes. At first I thought it was just a guild you can make money in, maybe a bit more than others. I started trusting them. It's the first organization that treated people so... well. Treated me well. Asked how I felt, what I thought. Somebody looked after me, cared about me. I was wrong, idiot that I am. The master didn't hesitate for a moment to set me up. You don't know enough to help me. She typed something on her walktail. She hunched over and froze to await her fate. Nothing happened. Fuck! Somebody logged me out of the system. I need to reconnect. She started typing something on her walktail. Okay. Let's talk about Panasantor's death. Your grandfather is dead. That must have been hard. We could say it's her fault. You spent lots of time at the bar. You could have cared about how your grandpa was doing and intervened earlier, preventing his death. I know. I fucking know. It's bad down here that even the old-timers like Grandpa or Ezra sometimes end up cracking. The scariest thing was, by the end, I think they started to believe. They were more serious about the mystical signs than the clan masters. I found more of them. They tracked not only Han, but ciphers of existence, discussed them seriously as if it was a matter of life and death. Well, maybe it was. Looked sorrowfully at the people on the couches, then frowned and focused on the walktail. Encountered the nauseating stench of sweaty, unwashed body as soon as the couches and suits began to overheat. She put her hand over her mouth to try and stop herself from vomiting. Talk about the events on the walkway. Why are you sabotaging the couches? What are you doing? There's no evidence against you yet, but overloading the couches, suits, helmets in a public place? You're committing murder in front of witnesses. Overloading the helmets, whatever it is that you did, you became a murderer. These people are dead. Everyone saw it happen. You're right, there's no turning back for me. Oh, no, go the other way. I want to make you angry. The clan master set me up. That must be it. He convinced me to talk to Ezra. He must have known he'd be dead. I'm the perfect scapegoat. The logs will show that Ezra played with Grandpa and the same virtualium as me. Everyone knows I was mad about that. The conversation is pointless. With stiff fingers, she types in her walktail. The bodies of two gamers started contorting and convulsing. Their helmets were probably still bombarding their brains with dense stimulation waves. The hacked suits probably played a part too. I wasn't sure. She looked at the couches with a mixture of horror and determination. I need to make her angry. Let's mention how the Han clan treated Ezra. The clan was particularly fond of Ezra. I could ask why Ezra was more important than her. You're with the organization for a while, you're an active member. Why did they treat Ezra better than you then? She wrapped arms around herself. I don't know why the Han treated him like this. He rose through the ranks rapidly, despite breaking the rules. I thought it wasn't fair. Now that I think about it, they probably let him do that to keep an eye on him. When he crossed them one time too many, someone eliminated him. People like me, there are no good solutions. Oh no. More are dead. Nobody's going to be alive at the end of this. In a panic, the girl ran downstairs. Within a few leaps, she was at the door. I stood among the corpses, paralyzed. I knew I had to leave before the greenies came. I couldn't move. These people died horrible, unnecessary deaths right in front of me. Why? Can I have another shot of the conversation, please? Exit. Oh, that's me done. Okay, well that was a demo. That was interesting. It was weird. You know what was weird about the demo? Was that I feel like we were missing a little bit of setup. Which makes sense, and it definitely could be some setup in front of it there, but it assumed a lot of knowledge that you didn't have, at least as far as I was aware. Like, a lot of the time it would give you stuff, and it would just be like, here's more stuff, here's more stuff, here's more stuff, here's more It didn't lead you into systems. We played a game called Death Trash yesterday, and it was, although the game was a lot less big in scope in terms of what it was trying to like get across of its world, it conveyed a lot and it gave you its systems very simply, and its tutorial was really good, so that after about 10-15 minutes, you knew what was going on. You were playing the game and you were into it, right? Game Deck, I don't know what was going on. I got to the end of that and I had no idea what half the mechanics were. I basically guessed my way to the end for most of it. We obviously didn't get a good ending, and it's just a little bit weird, right? What I feel that this game would really benefit from is a little bit of setup. So we're like a lot of like, who are you? What are you doing? What are your motivations, right? So if it had come in and it said like, you are somebody named Game Deck, which is a very weird thing, but also it did say player name in the in one of the character's speech bubbles, so I'm guessing that maybe you're meant to be able to name your character at some point, and it would then replace the word Game Deck with your character name, which would make more sense. But if it had said like, you are this person, you were friends with Ezra, and this is who he is based upon your knowledge, like some of that basic background information would be really useful. And like, you're here to investigate his death because you want to find out what happened to him, because this is the last thing you heard. Like, that kind of stuff would be really useful. It gives you a perspective. It means when you're asking questions, you can say like, hey, I'm talking to you, and I know that this guy is like, he was an esports person, so I have a rough understanding of what's going on with this guy, right? There was a whole bunch where like it didn't fully give you the information, then it moved you to a new area and was like, here's some more information, which we're not going to fully give you. Here's some systems for like hacking advertisements where you can then give people positive or negative results. And it's like, it doesn't, like, the system is there and it obviously has some impact. And it's obviously got some depth to it, but it's not conveying that depth. Now, that is because it's a demo. And the fact that it's a demo is kind of like, this is a rough look at the game. And there were bits that I liked about it. Like, a lot of the stuff, the investigation stuff, seemed like it could be intriguing. Especially as we were down one of what was, like, 8 paths or something like that, right? In terms of professions. So we could actually have ended up, say if we had the ability to hack, there were a whole bunch of hacking things, which could have given us a totally different way to achieve the same result. Which is intriguing. Like, maybe we would have found out a lot more from a different point of view. Maybe there was another path that suggested that you could be empathic, right? And you could talk to people that way. So maybe there's another path where you just talk through things with people and you just discover their personalities, and then you can just convince them to do stuff for you, and you gain knowledge about the case from that point of view. Instead of like investigating the body and getting all of the down into nitty gritty, instead you just talk to people and get them to do all the work. So there's some things I like. What I'm interested in is seeing what the full release is like. So when is it out? It's out on the 16th of September. If that's the full game, that's pretty close.
I think it needs a lot more polish from what I've seen of the demo to the main game. I don't know. It's definitely possible. There's a lot more that they could potentially do in there, but yeah, it was fun. Anyway, thank you for watching. It was a long video, and if you're interested in playing the game yourself, the demo is on Steam. And if you want to see some more of these Next Fest demos, then I recommend dropping by the channel tomorrow, because there will no doubt be another one. And if there's any you want to see, let me know. So, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.